We have decided to save Nigeria. We have decided to follow Peter. We have decided to vote for Labour.
Labour Party!
Papa, Mama, begin!
My fellow country people within Naija, how una dey? We salute you now and we bring una ogbonge message wey be hope for a new Nigeria. And this message na from Mr. PeterObi, the presidential candidate of Labour Party for the election wey dey come so. If you no know, Mr. PeterObi na former governor of Anambra State and graduate of University of Nigeria Nsukka. He still attend different top universities for abroad and Mr. PeterObi na still former chairman of banks for Nigeria. And with all this plenty experience, he don decide to contest as president of Nigeria under the Labour Party to serve our country with better mind and truth based on say he sabi work, he get good character and he get the ability to do better thing for us.
Labour Party!
Papa, Mama, begin! Vote PeterObi for president. Vote Labour Party.
Mr. PeterObi, vice presidential candidate under the Labour Party, na Senator Yusuf Datti Baba Ahmed, wey be graduate from many universities and na former senator. Mr. Obi choose am because na person wey get better mind, good character and he sabi work to make sure say we continue to live in peace and unity for Naija. Both of them na religious people wey believe well say Nigeria na great country wey dey don dabaru for many years and na make many people dey suffer today. This na time for Nigerians to take their country back.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Martina Obasanjo. I can see you. Thanks for joining us. Friday, Igaro. Thanks for joining us. God sends. Good evening to every one of you. I appreciate you all. I will just need to move on. I need to take another video quickly. APC guy with the name, let me see, what's his name? I don't know his name, so but we are going somewhere. 1 minute. Let me remove all the comments from the screen. 1 minute, my people. This guy that is following Tinubu everywhere, what's his name again? Dayo Israel. Dayo Israel wrote that. No, that was, he wrote that on the 25th of February 2015. I guess everybody feel read for here, but let me read them again. I guess all of them are the same. You know, now right arm man with Tinubu, they campaign with their another. I also have a video to play right now. I'm not gonna foresee face properly. He said, it would be hard for me, Dayo Israel TV, to sell you my vote now for a bag of rice. To fiakwa, God forbid. That was 2015. I'm telling you, remember we've placed series of videos here of Bola Ahmed Tinubu promises, and they've never kept to none. This is also one of them that is following him everywhere. This statement, he tweeted it 2015, February 25th, right? Now, 23 hours ago, let's say a day ago, he tweeted this with a bag of rice. He said, Jagaba Army rice now available in Katsina. Jagaba Army rice now available in Katsina for distribution this Saturday during the deliver your street day. Should get to more states soon. Our youth leaders in the grassroots and our youth stakeholders are working tirelessly to mobilize, led by Wing Commander. The same guy who Tufiakwa, 2015. 2022 is not Tufiakwa anymore. This is what he said. 2015. For you guys to know, I've said it before on this platform. It's just like me coming back here now, like today, and I start telling you guys that after I dream, I wake up and I get to realize that I'm not supporting somebody else. Then I'll not be trying to convince you why I decided to start supporting somebody else. Does that make sense? You must know that money have exchanged hands, right? 2015, 2020, less than 24 hours ago. This is his statement. For you who don't know who this guy be, make I play a video. Make una see am.
Gentlemen, my fathers, my mothers, the destiny of Nigeria is largely in the hands of everybody in this room. From the leaders of government to those aspiring to lead our great nation. But we must remember that we hold that position in trust for my generation that is coming. Mandela says it falls upon a generation to be great. We can be that great generation. The task may not be easy, but not to do it will be crime against humanity.
Una go tell me which generation this man they fight for. Una go tell me later.
And so you must know as fathers and mothers that everything that you do as presidents, as governors and ministers is on behalf of the generation that is coming. And so we are counting on you that as we go into the 2023 election, that you would embrace peace in your action, in your speech, in your words. I can assure you that the youths of my generation are not going to be used as political thugs in this election.
Okay, that's him. I wanted you guys to know who I'm talking about. He tweeted that was 2015, and less than a day ago, 24 hours ago, now I need a share bag of rice. They give people for Katsina, and they are planning to circulate this their rice across the states. Thank you. I thought I should bring that here. Let me quickly take on this. Obasanjo insists Obi better than other candidates. I will quickly take this right from here. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo has said that only an patriotic and a bad Nigerian would vote for a candidate with bad character. Obasanjo spoke on Thursday in Abeokuta, the capital city of Ogun State, while featuring in an interactive session of the experiential leadership in Africa with 10 executive decisions in decisions and leadership development in Africa, while defending his choice of Labour Party presidential candidate, Mr. PeterObi. The former president said Obi was his preferred candidate for the presidency, and it will remain my candidate, my preference for this 2023. So it's a long statement right there, but I don't know if I should continue. Okay, let me just quickly take this. While reacting to a statement that he endorsed Obi, Obasanjo insisted that he did not use the word endorse, but he only gave his opinion on the candidates Nigerian youth should focus on. Obasanjo said, whether the letter is open or not, what I believe is that I will be punished by God if I know what is right and I do not put it where it should be. The word I use is that one particular candidate has an edge, taking everything together. I take the character, track record, vision, and what you see in this man as a child of God. I said, unquote, Obasanjo and I talk. So I said they all claim to be my mentees. And of course, I won't deny that. But if you are my mentees, they must also admit that I know them a little bit better. That's so. And if I then know them a little bit, I must be right to say I've done this before. I said President Buhari does not understand the economy, and that is true. And you have seen it. I wasn't running him down. That is what he is, and I admit that. I said he's Buhari. Okay, he's talking more of Buhari right now. I think we need to stop there. The basic and the reason why we are bringing this here is that Obasanjo insists that PeterObi is the right candidate for the people and ask the youth to shine their eye and vote PeterObi. The other people say they be friends. He said yes, he not deny, said they'll not be friends or associates. That means if we be really friends, we have any kind of affiliation whatsoever, that means I know you very well. That means I'm saying the truth. That's how it be now. But I say leftists want to talk about me now. I want to talk about leftists. That's it. So tomorrow now I can't defense. No, he's saying it how it is. So on that article, because I wanted to quickly stop that so we can start talking. We are going to have a second segment on this today because we need to talk about INEC. But before that, I would like us to see what is happening because this happened today. Although those that recorded it mentioned the local government where this is happening, I'm not too sure. I want to urge everybody right there, if in case you are recording anything that's going on in Nigeria right now, especially during this time of election, please, before you start recording, just say, I am this. Mention your name if you want to. But in case you don't want to mention your name, state where you are. The state matters so much for us. Not be all of us come from that local government. But meanwhile, let's listen to this.
Yes, sir. This is INEC office, Anita. We are here now.
Yes.
People have been here since morning. And they are doing this
We are currently at INEC office, and this is the crowd, and they are not giving them their PVC. I don't know what is the challenge. Please, people should assist us. Everybody needs to collect our PVC.
This morning is not moving. We need the card for the people. We are concerned
Why are they collecting money? Why are you collecting money? That is the challenge. This is Aguda Ward. This is what is currently happening in Aguda Ward.
Your vote is your right.
Yes.
It's not wrong. It is people wrong. That is why we are telling everybody to come out and take your voter's card.
Yes. And voters
We don't know if there is nonsense leading us. All we need is our card. We want to use our card to vote right.
Yes, sir.
We don't know if there's any nonsense government. We are Nigerians and we are eligible to vote. And we are going to vote this time. INEC, please, on behalf of the people, release their card.
The process you are doing.
INEC, release their card.
What you are doing now?
Release their card. Pass it immediately to the authorities.
This is what is currently happening at Aguda Ward. They are not giving them their card.
What do you know? You collect the money. I will use money to collect my voter's card. No, it's my right. And I had it in registration. From Obasanjo, I had it. Now people refuse to go and collect their voter's card because of this thing I'm doing here. I've been here since 9 o'clock. I left everything. I'm supposed to be in the market, but I left everything that I'm doing to be here. And they're not giving it to us.
All right, my people. As you can see right there, it looks like INEC is frustrating some people in a local government called Aguda. I'm not too sure where that is. In case anybody know where Aguda Ward one day, let us know. I don't know where that one. Okay, Ogun State. Somebody just confirmed. Foodies, Ogun State. Okay, that's fine.
I actually saw another Aguda Ward in Surulere, Lagos. So it could be definitely some place in the western part. Maybe it could be Lagos, okay. It could be Ogun State.
We have Aguda in Ogun State. we could also have such name in Lagos because it has to do with the Western people.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
There's Agoda Surulere.
Okay, they have one in the Surulere, right?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. All right. This is what I'm saying. In case you are recording, if you don't want to show your face, is your right. If you don't want to mention your name, that's fine. But we need to know where this is happening because I see a lot of videos circulating on social media. They all record them 1 minute, 30 seconds. They don't post them. Nobody know where this thing happened. It looks somehow. Okay. Remember, the only thing we show on this platform is verified information. All right, I would like us to quickly move on. Let's listen to, as you all can see on the title earlier on, Atiku never win. He already assigned contracts, positions for people already. So make we watch this video sharply. We'll start to the talk.
So, Jinika, which story is trending around the world? Hello, Jinix.
Good morning, Dr. Bati. How are you? You look so mischievous. Good morning, Dr. Bati. How are you this morning?
I'm good.
Happy Friday. Well, all right. Good morning, Ayo.
Good morning, Oji.
Happy Friday. Welcome back, Rufai.
Morning, Oji. How are you? Missed you.
We missed
Good
you,
to see you
Rufai.
again.
Everyone missed you. Well, all right.
Missed you all.
Good morning to you, viewers. Here are some of the stories that are trending across the globe. Well, let's begin what's trending. The All Progressives Congress Presidential Campaign Council have responded to comments made by the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Atiku Abubakar, who, during a town hall meeting with stakeholders and members of the party in Abeokuta, the Ogun State capital on Wednesday, said that members who wish to get appointments and contracts in his administration must ensure that the party wins their polling units. The former vice president also said joining in the campaign train of candidates is not enough reason for them to get appointments and contracts.
The fact that you are following the gubernatorial candidate or the senatorial candidate or the House of Reps candidate or the presidential candidate on campaigns is no qualification that you will get an appointment. It is no qualification that you will get a contract, whether at the local government level, state, or the federal level. The only way, as far as I'm concerned, if I'm president, if you come, you want a job, or you want a contract, I will ask you, let me have the result of your polling day. And that is what I'm going to direct to everybody.
Yes.
Because unless we do that, we will not win the elections. You cannot be following the governor all over the place, or the senator all over the place, and then you don't win your polling booth, you come, you say you want to be minister, or you want to get this contract, X contract, Y contract, and so on and so forth. So please, as members...
No, one thing I would like you guys to answer later on. Atiku is already indirectly assigning positions for his people, threatening them. If you don't work well, you cannot get the ministerial role, you cannot get any kind of contract, including local government, governor, or anything. Oh God, Nigerians are watching. Okay.
Because of our party, let's make sure that we go back to our constituencies, we go back and make sure that, we deliver our polling units.
Well, reacting to the comments, the spokesperson of the APC Presidential Campaign Council, Festus Keyamo, in a tweet, said the former vice president has forgotten that the Public Procurement Act stipulates how contracts are awarded. His tweet reads, #AtikuGate. A leopard cannot change its skin. He is already promising contracts to political allies, forgetting that there is a law called the Public Procurement Act, Mr. SPV. Well, another Twitter there goes, no matter how hard you try to paint lies, the truth will always stand. All of you in APC, LP, NNPP, supporting various candidates, isn't it for the gains? If your candidate wins, then you will be part of the government. Let's say politics the way it is and stop painting lies. Well, Nurse wrote, PeterObi at the London dinner said that working on his PCC list doesn't automatically mean you will get appointments when he wins. Tinubu's people said, it's chop, I chop. Don't chop alone. Well, Atiku and PDP says, only those who win their polling units for PDP will get contract appointments. Well, Emek wrote, Festus Keyamo, and your own candidate was promising pieces of the national cake to the Igbos at the Enugu rally. Both of them, APC and PDP, are renting crowds on the campaign grounds. Well, let's take a quick look at that video of Tinubu in Enugu State before we come back for a discussion.
The Deputy National Chairman for the South, where you have represented well the chairman of our party, national chairman. But nobody will give all of you any credit. You are working hard, you are sweating now. We want you to sweat well for this party until you deliver victory. Until Bola Tinubu became the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Yes, sir. We will not give you but a slight clap or a soaked slice of bread.
All right, Rufai, we did take this story, I believe, last week. Yeah. But you can't doubt that political patronage is estranged in our system at this point. It is what it is. There is no way that you cannot say that, promise your members positions or whatever. But like Festus Keyamo raised that point, I don't know if you can help out with that, Dr. Abati, with the law of the act. They're saying you cannot promise positions when, are not even, I've not even gotten into the office
yet. The person that is raising the point is not a product of political patronage himself. So why are we deceiving ourselves? It's been ingrained in our culture. The sad reality why Nigeria doesn't grow as a country is because there's so much political patronage they share for people. National cake, chop by chop, like Atiku was saying, it doesn't make it right. Because you see, what happens is that most of these contracts are sold. If you want to know more about the contracts, can read Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala's book, Reform the Irreformable. You will see how people collect contracts from government. They don't execute them, no accountability because of political patronage. They're sold.
And it's truth. That one 100% truth. All these contracts you are saying that they are assigned to people once they become or they win their race. Now said that they sell them. I can testify to that. The big brother in Nigeria that is currently going on in Nigeria, now said that they sell them. They have about 24 seats or so. Now sell. Now only 2 persons that they pick. They pick. That 2 persons self indirectly. But the rest, you are going to pay for it. And I have evidence to all this. That's why you see that anybody that is on Big Brother in Nigeria, 70% of them are coming from abroad. 70%. You pay for it. At that time, it was 5 million naira. The one for 2 or 3 years ago was 18 million naira. The one for 2 years ago or last year could be more. So the same thing they are doing with contract they are giving out is sold. So you want to tell me if I pay to make me a minister, for example, I pay you, I don't know, maybe 10 billion naira. For you to make me a minister, then automatically you really make me a minister. How do you expect me to work? It's not possible. This is what is good. This is what Rufai is revealing right now.
More about the contracts, can read Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala's book, Reform the Irreformable. You will see how people collect contracts from government. They don't execute them, no accountability because of political patronage. They're sold. And nothing happens. The people continue to suffer. But we must stop this idea of political patronage. You know what it does? It cripples governance. There's no integrity and accountability. And I'll give you an instance. It used to be the case in America many years ago. They used to call them spoils men. People that...
Okay, I will stop that video right there. Let's round it up with this 1-minute video to talk to our people back home quickly so we can start talking.
So let me quickly send this one out to Nigerians in diaspora, especially those people who are obediently compliant. Yeah. Some of us, for one reason or the other, will not be able to go to Nigeria to vote for Obi in the next coming general election. My brother Mafo, Forara. If you can't go home, don't force yourself, don't hustle yourself. There is a way out. Make sure you mobilize at least minimum 3 people from your family and friends to vote for him. Now take a look at the statistics. As of today, Nigeria has over 6 million people abroad. Most of these people are for Obi. More than 50% of them are for Obi. Let's even take 50%. That makes it 3 million. Now, at 3 million, if you as a person can mobilize 3 people to vote for Obi, that's going to be 3 times 3. That is 9 million. So we are bringing 9 million votes into Obi's coffers. Think about it. It makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah. So if you can't go, just make sure you support them, you mobilize them, you finance them, and you ginger them. If you keep, all these things might not even cost you up to $50 to do. And at the end of the day, the result is going to be great. And the good thing is that you're not really doing it for them. My brother, you're also doing it for yourself. It's also for your own security when you go home, so that you can walk freely and be happy. So that you can walk around the world with your passport as a Nigerian. And outside that, Omoyami, when the people for Nigeria, they broke, now your phone go hot. When you read them, now you go hear them. So my guy, help them to help you. Help yourself by voting Obi and telling somebody about it. It's doable, it's achievable, and I'm telling you, you are getting there. So Mafo, don't let anybody tell you are not doing well. You are doing very, very well. Obedient for life. One love.
You see, I talk about this so many times on this platform, if some of you can remember, by talking, although many people disputed it, I talk about it that we should encourage the people back home financially for them to go support Peter Obi and all that. You know, everybody believed that no, everything have to be free, is obedient movement and all that. Listen, guys, we are getting close. If you get 10,000, 5,000, give your people, encourage them. Operation Show Me Your PVC. I promise you this cup. I'll buy this cup for you, but show me your PVC. If you show me your PVC, who you want to vote for, buy a cup now, wristwatch. Encourage them. I've said it before, but I want everybody to talk on this. That is all we're presenting today. So we're going to start listening to our people right now. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you. Please continue to share and like this broadcast. Thank you. All right, my co-moderator, I'll start with him. Lefties, please quickly talk to everyone. Make it snappy because we have a full house.
Yes, I won't even take much time because I didn't start the program. I didn't really know most of the video you played. I only came when you were recapping Peter Obi's um, appearance and that of the rest of them. Well, it is known already that we are here because of Peter Obi, and there's no much different we're going to say. That is the right man for the job. We'll be hearing him, we'll be following him, we'll be saying his antecedent, we'll be saying that he's been quite different from every other aspirant. He's been saying issues, matters concerning issues. He's not been attacking people like others who go and be talking about him as if he is the Nigeria they want to lead. He's not be talking about a lot of these people. He's just be talking about what he's going to do and the problem we'll be having. So from all look of things, we all know, everybody know. Though some people are still pretending, we all know. Even those that are collecting this bag of rice, like the man you showed, that is now distributing like that, say he would never sell his vote for a bag of rice. That is now the chairman of rice distributors. He knows also. He knows the truth. He knows. He's just doing that politically because of gain, because he wants to also drag from the pocket of the Agbados. He wants to also see that he gets something for himself. So most of their followers, they are not following him or following them because they actually love them. No, most of them are following them because of what they can get. You can see from the way they are talking, like the video you played about the Atiku Gate. You've not been president or yet. You're already talking about how you're going to give contract. Is that the problem of Nigeria? Is that the issue we are facing? You're already telling people how you're going to give contract. Is leadership about giving out contract? That's to tell you the mindset. That's to let you know these people what they are made of. Like if you walk, Chinibo also said that you must walk. Imagine using soaked bread That is an insult to the people listening to him. If you can
Mhm.
say you will not get a slight clap, that's an insult. Or a soak bread.
Because he's paying them. He can insult them. He's paying them.
Not even a nice word. It's
Yeah,
soak
but they don't
bread.
deserve to hear nice words. He's paying them. He bought
Guy,
them.
this
That's
is
it.
not what we want, and this is not what Nigeria wants. It's very, very clear. It's very, very, very clear. There's not just two ways about it. So Nigerians, please, we don't need to keep talking and talking and talking. We must also do it. What are we doing? You that is listening to us, you that is watching us, what are you doing to make Nigeria better? Listening enough is not just enough. It's good to listen because you're going to learn new things, just like we are here, learning new things from you people. But I think we must all get to work because if this country gets better, it's going to get better for us and for our children. And the time is now. A new Nigeria is possible. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, my brother. I appreciate you right there. All right. Surprisingly, the first person we have on this panel today was Mr. Pansat. This have never ever happened before. I believe Mr. Pansat have something very important to say. Mr. Pansat, please talk to us. Good evening to you.
Good evening, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And you are absolutely right. It's good to see all my brothers and sisters on the panel. And I extend my greetings to those in the chat session doing important work. So basically, what's heavy on my mind today, it's the principle of causality. And then
Mr. Pastor, before you go, we are talking in the space of 5 minutes. Everybody, for 5 minutes, please.
Okay, I'll try to even use less than that because I'm very eager to hear what everybody has to say.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is that this morning you started off your show and you were talking about power. We don't have power. Nigeria's in darkness right now. And on. Everybody who's spoken have identified one problem or the other. But at what point do we start saying what's causing all this? Causality has it's like a principle, the relationship between cause and effect, right? It's a principle that everything has a cause. Therefore, if we just want to talk about it, we'll say causality is the influence by which one event, process, or state, object contributes to the production of another event. So Nigerians have a chance right now to diagnose what's causing all our problems in Nigeria. Why don't we have power? Are we a pariah? Haven't we seen other countries? The same problems we have in Nigeria that's causing us not to have power is the same thing maybe in Panama in the 1980s. You have a Noriega over there. Or in Haiti, where you have Baby Doc. You have the elite. But the elite that we have in Nigeria, they're not like a ruling class, like you have maybe in Britain. At least they have class. No pun intended there. We don't have light because you have people such as Dangote who are given the contract and they have it as exclusives. That's first of all, that's the kind of problem we have in Nigeria. You don't have light, but you keep complaining. Why don't you have light? Why? Why are we having all these problems? We have to tell ourselves the truth. We got to get to the cause of these problems. So Nigerians, the only, I come to you, I'm angered, I'm upset, but I have all the respect in the world. I have to address you with respect. But you know, the only thing I can't tolerate is if you know better and you're doing the wrong thing over and over and over again. We have to solve the problems. You know, I know Nigerians, there's nobody, for example, on this panel that doesn't know. And I've been watching. I look at people who are at home and I contrast it with the people who are here outside the country with us, and that's no difference. Even people back home are smarter than Nigerians you have abroad because they've corrupted themselves with lies. The moment you start embracing lies, you dehumanize yourself. You bring yourself down. It used to be that when you were abroad, you go home. So if you're younger, you look anything, you get all the girls because you are abroad and you're smart, you got money. Right now, Nigerians back home are smarter than those who are abroad because they are liars. We come here, we enjoying everything. We got money, we got cars, we have everything. Business, you want to open a business, there's no barrier. You go there, you go get it. Not because nobody's going to discriminate you because you are Igbo or Hausa or Yoruba. And the few vestiges of racism that we have is being torn down every day with the truth and law. So you come here crying. You think if you go and elect Tinubu or Atiku, then next year you're going to be any different. You're going to be worse, and you know it. You know very well. So you could gnash your teeth and complain about the effects, but look at the cause. What's got us down? Why do people not want to come home? It's deliberate. You hear when you say, hey, look, I'm not going to go home because there's no security. That's what they want to hear. The people making us stay here without going back home. That's what they want. It's deliberately done. So I'm begging everybody at this conversation, I'll end with this. When we come up here, like I should be in a meeting right now, but I had to wait an hour to talk. If we're going to be talking, let's stop talking about what Nigerians already know. They know they're smarter than we are. They know they're doing the wrong thing. Don't make it hard to make this choice. It's a choice between good and evil. I go to every panel. There are some people on this panel right now who have a show. And they want to hug and embrace lies. Where's that going to take you? You want to lie? You want to talk about small talk? They know what's wrong. If you're gonna keep people at Dangote there, he's gonna get exclusive, and he's not gonna make it progress. All right. Right here in the United States, when we had AT&T as a communication giant, behemoth, as big as that company was, they didn't want communication to progress. You have to rent a phone. You can't own a phone. It took the United States Congress, good people came and broke that monopoly, broke it down so that there'll be baby bells, there'll be all kinds of stuff. And then you have phones. Now, myself who's complaining, in 1980, I had a phone in my car. So I'm not saying it for myself. I had a phone. But now everybody could have a cell phone. Everybody gets a phone. So the same problem we're having in Nigeria, Dangote is one of the biggest problems we have in the country. I was watching a show earlier today when they're talking about the GDP of Nigeria. They say if you remove the 4 richest Nigerians, Dangote, blah, 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 Adenaga, whoever, you remove them, then we're going to be the poorest in the world. No, you remove Dangote and we're going to blossom. The ordinary guy.
Mr. George.
Do I hear?
Somebody's talking, sir. Somebody's talking.
I think what makes Dangote the problem of Nigeria?
Okay, thank you. Okay, very, very good question. Let me tell you why. Because in every country, you have a Dangote. All right? So you have, or he's a saint. You have military government after military government, he's in there. He has exclusives on cement. He has exclusives on, I don't know, any other section that tries to pop up an entrepreneur, he destroys them. They will fight. EFCC will fight everybody. They make sure there's never been a Christian EFCC chairman. There's never been somebody from the South who is an EFCC chairman from the inception of that agency. And it was put in there by a Christian Southerner, Obasanjo. So we've never had a Christian customs officer, the boss, ever. EFCC, ever. So he's over there doing what you have in every developing country. You go to Politics 101, you study it, and they will tell you this is one of the problems.
Mr. Pansa, please round up in 30 seconds.
Thank you very much. As a matter of fact, I'll round up right there because there's nothing I'm saying. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. So right now we have to advance our talk. Nigerians have to go get your PVC, vote for the right thing because you do know what the right thing to do is here. It's very clear. It's day and night. PeterObi against the rest of them. Labour Party and the people who are in Labour Party and their program and what they want to do for the country. Secure the country.
Thank you.
Move it from consumption to production, unify the country. All of us, we're brothers and sisters. We know the right thing to do. Let's stop doing the small talk because they know better than we do. But if they want to choose evil, let them choose it. But it's not going to end right there. I'm telling you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Pansa. Thanks for your submission. I guess maybe 1 or 2 persons might use some of their meanings to respond to you. Okay, let's move on now to Mr. Collins. Mr. Collins, good evening to you, sir. Thanks for joining us. Your 5 minutes start now.
And I thought I'm the next person.
Were you,
Mr. Alex?
Were you the second person? No, according
yes.
to
Mr. Alex is the second person, followed by Collins.
Yes,
I am.
Okay,
But before
okay,
then, Mr. Alex,
you were locked out.
Mr. Alex, sorry for that. It does happen. But before you continue, please, we would want to quickly acknowledge Chidi Dom Ike for his super chat. Chidi, Nama you be, God bless you. Then followed by Jaja. Jaja, thank you very much. Thank you. God bless you. So,
All
Alex.
Right. Alex, please hold on. I have a caller right here. CM is on the phone. CM, good evening to you, sir. You remember, we don't give more than 1 minute to callers. So go ahead, talk to us.
Okay. Thank you, Niger Watch. Good evening, everybody. Just to buttress what Panstat is saying, he's absolutely right. There is what they call antitrust law. There is no country in the world in which you give one particular person the exclusivity to market one product. It's not done. Here in the UK, there used to be a time when Tesco will sign their store, then think within 100 meters or how many kilometers around them, they can never allow any other store to open until Britain stopped it. So that's why when you see Tesco, you can see smaller stores. So what Dangote is doing, eBay to cement is not functioning, and so many things. If they give you Niger Watch the exclusive right of selling Maggi only in Nigeria, Maggi Cube, you become a billionaire. That's what I'm trying to say. Thank you. So that's what they call antitrust law.
Yeah.
That's what Dangote is the problem. If they want Dangote to be rich, let them throw it open. Let him compete with every other person.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Wow.
If I'm able to add to that, apart from that,
yeah.
I think there's what we call, there's this thing they do. What do they call it? He doesn't pay the normal tax people pay. Others will pay. They call it waiver. And this is just the problem. You cannot make one man a billionaire. All the politicians are hiding other Dangote.
Yes.
All the politicians that have stolen money, they are all hiding using Dangote as the richest man. If you want to really find out, you discover that the money Dangote is spending is our own money, stolen money.
Yes, of course. Yes, of course.
That is why they single-handedly gave him everything. Single-handedly sugar, single-handedly flour, single-handedly cement. Now refinery. Only one man.
Okay. Mr. Alex, talk to us. Good evening to you, my brother.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Najaosh. I greet those on the comment section, viewers worldwide, my fellow panelists. Thank you for the good work to salvage this great country from these wicked leaders. I'll try my best. I'm in a little bit in a noisy place. I'm in a noisy place a little bit, but I'll try my best to make sure I communicate. Guys, for me, first of all, let me continue for where Mr. Pansat stopped rather. Mr. Pansat is right, because there is no Dangote. What they are doing with Dangote is evil. They are hiding under Dangote, former generals, former governors. The so-called Dangote group is a group of thieves, a group of wicked men and women that have stolen money, like Lefty said, and they formed the group. This is Dangote is a major SPV, special whatever vehicle. Is the major one for including the Obasanjos of this world, the Abacha family, or Abu Salami. All of them are there. All of them are there. Buhari, even before he became a president, they are all there. That's where the Kaduna mafias have their central bank. So let's not fool ourselves. There is no Dangote in the reality. It's just a group of men and women who are putting money there to front one man as a businessman. Just like they say Oyi Grand. Oyi Grand does not belong to Oyi Technica. It belongs to somebody else who we know, a former deputy governor of Edo State. But they have a business deal. That's what is going on. Once they steal money, they front somebody. So with the video circulating from Mr. Keyamu, who is also a very fraudulent man, By now, Atiku should be behind bars. As I started calling out politicians here to be arrested, people came out at me. Now it's happening now openly. Kayamu is saying it. Atiku should be arrested immediately. If it was Mr. Alex that said that, people would say I talk too much. I'm too violent. I'm too cantankerous. I'm too vociferous. I'm too this and that. But now, Atiku, with all these allegations, it should be investigated. It should be withdrawn from the presidential race. So Nigerians will wake up, and we are waking up already. At the NSAS, they never saw it coming like that. And NSAS has already it has taught us what we need to work on. It was just a testing of the ground. By the time we hit these guys, if they manipulate elections come next month, what we hit them, Somalia will be better than Nigeria. Trust me. And we are not going to be killing ourselves. We know them. We will target them. We'll block the airport, the seaport, the boundaries that they think does not have borders. We will create borders. It doesn't take time in a desperate situation. So for me, I'm not praying for war, but it's going to happen if they don't retrieve their steps, if they don't try to stop what they are doing, if they don't sit down and think of how they can relieve, the youth of the wickedness of the burden they've imposed on the people for no reason. What crime have Nigerians committed? What crime to be under this kind of bondage? Look at the way Nigeria was talking about electricity bills. Worldwide, people pay bills. But that one is no longer a bill, it's a whip. They are whipping people and they are raping people for no reason. Why do black people hate themselves? For God's sake, the same people that fought war in 1967 are still the same people ruling the country. The Obasanjos of this world. Why do they hate their own fellow citizens? Why do they hate them? Well, why did they refuse to allow this country to be developed? Why are we acting as cog on the wheels of development? How did we arrive that we cannot even give electricity to children to be born in an hospital where there is a light? Children are born in darkness. Children are born under a leaking roof. They can't even build a world-class or an affordable or a reachable medical facilities in the country. So Dangote Group is an evil group of wicked previous generals and politicians of the 1999s and 203, 207. These are they keep bringing in new ones to strengthen this wicked, group. And this group, I see the end of Dangote. I see it coming. I see it coming because it's a wicked group, a monopolistic group, a repressive group, an economic, despotic group, manipulative group. They don't have mercy at all. So for me, it's a group of generals that form that group. And I've said it before. If you want to unmark them, we can unmark them and bring the papers to you. It's very simple. So for me, there is no Dangote. Take away Dangote from your mind and look at 500 people behind him. Former governors, former generals, former military heads, they are there. Even if they are not alive, their children are signatories to those things. So guys, thank God we are educating ourselves. Nigerians didn't know these things. Africans didn't know these things. They are not just operating in Nigeria, they are operating in the whole of Africa. Exporting smart, having the monopoly for what? So guys, first of all, I want to join the fraudulent, disgraceful Festus Keyamo to call for the arrest of Atiku Abubakar with immediate effect, with all the allegations, because President of France, Nicolas Sarkozy, was interrogated for 2-3 days by the French police about 4 years ago. Over $70 million allegedly collected from Muammar Gaddafi. 3 days he was in the French police custody. 3 solid days, going through scrutiny. Who is Atiku? Who is he? He's no longer anybody, for a former vice president. And so what? For God's sake, we are in a democracy and we have rule of law. So guys, President Buhari also, once he steps out of office, he should be arrested to face crime against humanity, genocidal issues, the killing of Nigerians, particularly Deborah, without justice. Things are changing, guys. It's no longer in the 80s and 90s where you kill people and get away with it. Don't be surprised if Buhari is taken into custody. By the world body, because you cannot just go on a rampage killing since 7 years and there is no justification whatsoever. And you tell us there is insecurity, and you buy weapons for the same insecurity you are creating. You arrest a freedom fighter in the name of Nnamdi Kanu, and you say, and you just kept him for no reason. You kidnapped him. You just assaulted him. You beat him up. The court has discharged him. You leave him there for no reason. Buhari has to pay for this. They've deceived us. They've deceived us enough. They've killed us enough. They've lied to us enough. Thank God we are waking up now with our PVCs. We will try it with the ballot box for the very last time. I repeat, for the very last time. If they try to manipulate it, the tsunami of violence that we engulf Nigeria is going to be problem for the whole world. So they should just talk to INEC, allow it to be free and fair. Give us who we want. Thank you.
And for the INEC one, you are going to be surprised on what we're going to be talking about later on after this segment. Because what
thank you, Nigeria.
Now, thank you very much. I guess you guys can hear me. Leftists, can you hear me?
Everybody can hear you.
Okay,
very
good.
Loud and clear.
You know, we are going to be coming back to that because they are already putting fear in some of us. But with that analysis, maybe some of you might be able to digest it here later on. But before that, let's move on to the next person because I want
the next person is going to be Mr. Collins. But
Mr. Collins.
Before Mr. Collins quickly talk to us, I want to quickly recognize our very good brother, our own here, Johnson Emmanuel Namayubi. But Johnson, please, we are not actually against Dangote. Johnson, I understand what you are talking about. We need to give rooms for others because when there is competition,
we need to open the whole economy. Tell him. Thank you.
I want to tell you something. You made mention of like Microsoft and the rest, but they didn't close the airway for other products not to come. If you can't, go and compete with them. There was nobody that said only them would be doing the Microsoft thing or the software producers. No. If you can't, go. This is why when competition come, remember when MTN came, Econet come to Edo State very first year, 2002. MTN, Econet come. Do you remember how much one line is? But when MTN came, they say here around November, and later you see everything, the monopoly of 1 minute, 15 naira, 1 minute, not 1 second, went off. We now have per seconds. Then data price now came. SIM card. I bought my MTN SIM card then first 15,000, 2002 November. But now free card is how much? Why? Why did it become so? Because you now have competitors now come. They are selling the same product. Everybody want to sell.
Bag of spirits is 4,900.
Now one person is supplying you all Nigerians salt. One person sugar. One person flour. One person cement. One person petroleum. Josie Emmanuel.
Indomie don't join.
Indomie. Josie Emmanuel, you are my brother.
They do Indomie before. You don't push all of the.
They give only you one that opportunity. Any price you fix is what we become your slave. Try to understand what we are saying.
Okay.
It's not like we are against him. Thank you very much, sir.
Let's move on. Mr. Collins, please talk to us, sir. Your 5 minutes starts now. Good evening to you.
Good morning to everyone. Good morning to the listeners and those watching us. Honestly, I understand where Mr. Les is coming from, and I understand Mr. Percent. Engineer Ken, it's good to have you here again because it's been long, you know. I understand what everybody's talking about because when you look at things that happen in Nigeria, like Mr. Les said here, Dangote issue is like something like we all know how he made his money and how he become what he is today. Because if you remember, now I remember there was a time it's only Dangote can have Dangote cement this until Jonathan now came in, be able to unlock the license that was seized by Ibeto and the rest, you know. Jonathan be able to restore their license back before they can go back to business. But before their license was seized, you know, Ibeto cannot sell cement. Most people, it goes with a lot of them. It's only Dangote was the only one that was available.
You don't necessarily have to comment on Dangote's topic, because that's not what we're talking about. So
yeah, I know.
Because you have 5 minutes.
Okay. So no problem. So I just want to throw some light on that issue. You understand? I just want to throw in light based on what Mr. Alex just said. So concerning about the election, because I think this election is no longer a joke thing, because I am tired of talking about the Nigeria's election. I think I am tired because I can't see reason somebody would need to remind on what to do in this situation that Nigeria finds itself, because there comes a time in your life we need to ask ourselves a question: what do I really want? What do I really want in this life? So that's a question every Nigerian need to ask themselves. What do I really want in life? What do I really want? Do I really want to become a Nigeria citizen, or do I really want Nigeria to move forward? That question, Nigeria, every citizen should ask themselves that question. And when you ask yourself that question, you need to also answer that question to yourself, because we can't be forcing people for something that is going to benefit you. This is a life changing, something that is going to change your life, change your generation, and you want people to remind you of something for you to do, something that is going to, like I said here early morning when we are discussing about municipal review, I said to Emma that this election, after this election, I will know where Nigeria is. After this election, I will now understand if people truly function, because this election will determine the kind of people that we have in Nigeria, if they are really functioning or if they are not functioning. I remember before when Nnamdi Kanu said that animals are very easy to control than Nigeria citizens. This election will determine it, because I can't see a reason somebody that live in Nigeria for 80 years, with everything that is happening in Nigeria, the insecurity, the inflation, everything in every sector, and that person will still come out and said, I want to vote APC, I want to vote for PDP. Is that person really functioning? Because I can't see reason why I should go and vote for APC. Because people, if I said to my friend today that if this government, one way or the other, this government affected you, because even if you are in Nigeria, you are in abroad, it's affecting you, because you are sending money to your people in Nigeria and you are catering for people there. Because if they are doing fine, they won't be asking you for money every day. So it affects you one way or the other. So I can't see reason somebody that is living in Nigeria that witness every day to people, everything that, okay, look at today, people can't even get a petrol. We can't even get a petrol. Even people that have the money can't even get a petrol. Somebody was making a video that they slept there. They slept in the police station for throughout the whole night. They couldn't even get a petrol. And the same people will come out and say they want to vote the same APC and the same PDP that put us in this situation. So Nigerians should be asking their question: what did they really want? Did they really want to liberate themselves from this situation, or did they want to remain in this situation? Because I think the politicians have made people, they now forget to do the right thing. Emma said in the morning when Nigeria was talking about that Nigeria should stop shouting. All they want is a basic thing. Those basic things. Imagine electricity, 21st century. We're still asking Nigeria for electricity. Basic, just a common basic thing. We are still asking our government to provide electricity for us, to provide a good health for us, good school at this modern age. Things that people can provide themselves. I'm telling you, in other countries, you ask me, even in America, if Biden children studying abroad, even here in New Zealand, I don't think that their leaders, their children go abroad to study. They study in that country. So why are you going abroad to study? So, but in our own case, everybody travel. Our leaders, their children is in abroad to study. Because if their children is studying abroad, trust me, they will make sure that that school is very good. But because their own children know that if their children is going hospital in Nigeria, they will make sure that that hospital is very good. But because they all stay in abroad, they don't care about how citizens feel. Look at me and you is watching. Look at what is happening 2 days ago. I saw a newspaper. A guy stole 57,000 in Lagos. That guy is going to be hanged because of 57,000. A judge passed said by hanging 57,000.
Yes, it's a vulcanizer. A
Recognize
vulcanizer.
57,000.
57,000 naira.
And people are stealing Nigeria billions. And nobody's talking about it. And still Nigeria, I'm telling you that we and Nigeria people are very wicked people. And more especially the poor people. They are very wicked to themselves. Somebody will steal a phone, as in steal a phone, they will steal that person to death. But when they see somebody that stole billions, Nigeria will be even, they will give him title, chief this, honorable this, excellency, God this, God this. But 57,000, that person is going to lose his life because of it. And with seizures also. Not gun. No. He used scissors just to snatch the money from the woman. Scissors. But that guy is going to lose his life because of that 57,000. That somebody can just pay us. So I caught, free this guy, make him go. But that guy is going to, and Nigeria citizen will not talk anything about it. But you see now, look at the Attorney General of Nigeria, look at the money they steal. And nobody's not talking about it. Those ones that they steal our generation, they steal our everything. They steal everything, but nobody's talking about it. So that is when somebody said we hate ourselves, as in we hate us because our greed. We are too greedy because our greed because we now when we see something that we're supposed to caution, we can't caution it because now we
All right, Mr. Collins, 30
together.
seconds.
So in this election, all I'm just asking people, this election will determine because I'm not going to force you for something that is going to benefit you. I don't need to force you something that is going to benefit. If you choose to remain poor, if you choose to suffer, keep suffering. If you want to liberate yourself, you have the opportunity because now, before we said it's only APC and PDP. No, now we have option. And that prayer you've been praying every Sunday, God have given you a sign. So if you can't recognize that sign that God have given to you, keep there, go back to church and start praying again. In the next 4 years, asking God to give you, to provide somebody a good leader. God have given you a good leader. PeterObi is not coming to change everything. Or PeterObi is coming to, at least when you see the effort that somebody is trying to put a foundation that moving forward, this is how Nigeria is going to be moved. So I am not going to force anybody again. I have done my own part. I have canvassed people, at least my community, and I can boast and hit my chest that everybody in my community is today like that. And again, Mr. Najawat, again, another thing I want to say, that app again.
No time. Your 5 minutes have been
that town hall
now.
app. Yeah, that town hall app is very important. At least I'm calling people to go back and download it because it's helping me a lot. I'm communicating very well with my people in that app. So thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. On the second segment, we are going to have enough time. On this particular one, I want us to stick within the 5 minutes. Okay, Mr. Shooks, good evening to you, sir. Please talk to us.
Good evening, Mr. Elvis. Good evening, Mr. Leftist. Good evening, everybody on the panel.
Thank you,
Good
sir.
evening, those watching us, and of course, those on the comment section. Yeah, I'm gonna start with Atiku promising ministerial post and what have you for as a reward for making you award your state and all that. This is the major problem we have in Nigeria. And for those who are looking or who haven't made up their mind, you listen to Mr. PeterObi. What did he say in Chatham House? He made it clear that you being working for him does not guarantee you. If you want a job, you need to tender your CV. It treats Nigeria as business. And when you have your business, you want the best hands. So that is the kind of people we need, to handle the country. So if you are listening, that is why it's called campaign. You listen to everybody, then you make up your mind. And I'm going to remind you right now that Mr. Atiku is telling you that those he's going to reward are those who fight for the election, not those who are ready to fight for Nigeria. So you cannot tell me that you don't know that if that is the case, you yourself sitting and listening from somewhere, you have the capability to be a minister, and somebody is saying unless you work for him, you cannot be that, while you know you have every skill to do that job. That's what we're talking about. That is the only reason Nigeria is in this mess. It is no any other reason. Look at the Buhari's cabinet. Go and check the cabinet. We live in a Western world. Yes, there's key oppositions for their parties, but yet they go and find professionals and put them in places where they should work effectively. So this is the major problem of Nigeria. It's nothing but this. And Atiku should be ashamed of himself to come out to spit this rubbish. Each time he says something, you think, oh, he has said something you never heard before. He come up with some stupid ideas. Why would he even, come out to say this kind of thing? They're talking about what you did using MPP or MVP or whatever you call it to steal our money, and you bring in another stupid idea that you're going to be rewarded. And this is what some of the things that causes violence, because these people will go on rampage now, intimidating voters. That's what we're talking about. And that's why when people complain, like for people like Dangote, I can't understand them, because these are the people sponsoring these people, giving them money, and they look aside. We talk about oil theft today. These criminals are those who are sponsoring these politicians, so that when they come in, they look away from what they're doing. We're not stupid. We are better than this. Like we said, get out there if you want the situation to change. It is not about talking right now. Go and get your PVCs. Because in some states now, they're begging you to come and get your PVCs. It's sad to see that there are some areas that INEC cannot get control of. It's so sad. Meanwhile, those who have opportunities, we are begging you right now, go and get your PVC and get ready to vote and defend your vote. Thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Chooks. Yes, before we call on Omo Yes Corner, I think she's the next person. I want to quickly disabuse the mind of one of our one George Blueshell on the comment section. Thank you very much for being with us, and I want to quickly let you know that we are not. Nobody here is encouraging criminality. What we are saying is that a cooking pot for the chameleon is also a cooking pot for the lizard. If a organizer can go and steal 50-something thousand naira from a woman, he's a thief, and the court has caught him stealing such amount of money and sentenced him to death. What we are saying, the same court should also sentence people that have stolen our life, not 57,000 billions that have sold our future, should be not by hanging, just straight to the grave. That is what we mean. We are not justifying his action. We are not saying what he did is good, but we are using him as an example. If the law can work for him, it should also work for the bigger thieves. That's what we mean, sir. Thank you very much. So, Madam Omoyes Corner, please talk to us.
Good evening to you, Corner. Thanks very much for joining us. Please talk to us.
Sure. Greetings, Mr. Niger Watch and Mr. Leftist Wanle Hara. Greetings to everyone on the panel, comment section. Oh my God, I'm missing this comment section, but I'm going to go join you guys after this. But anyways, going straight to, I'm going to speak briefly on the the topic for today. Then I'm going to round it off with additions to what Mr. Pansat and every other person has spoken about. Now, Obasanjo insisting on Obi is better than other candidates. People that do not have some form of disability, you can't see, you can't hear, you can't talk, you can't do anything, knows that. We know that Peter Obi has taken over the entire world, not even Nigeria. It's global now. There's nobody that does not know Peter the Rock Obi. Matter of fact, people from outside of our country, they are begging us to please not let the opportunity pass us by. There are TikTok videos of people from different African countries doing lives, sensitizing Nigerians, talking and analyzing Peter the Rock Obi, how he emerged, how he's going about doing his campaign, how he's able to sweep people, raise the hope and bring joy to the people. he is more popular than we think. So as Nigerians, we need to recognize what we have in front of us and run with it. It's not just us now that are seeing it. There are a lot of people seeing it. So please, PeterObi is the only, there's no other person existing outside of him. Now, the second one, INEC rules might deny 2023 pre-winner. This is a concern for me.
No, we have not gotten to that. That's the second segment.
Okay,
Just
make I know.
Talk about Atiku already assigning, giving position to his people. Yeah.
Okay. Now, Atiku giving position to his people, is it a surprise? Is it something that is coming as a shock to any one of us? I can say for free, it's not coming it's not coming as a shock to me. Remember when he was contesting in 2015 or is it 2019, when he said his friends will benefit now? That one already told you everything that you needed to know. All the people, it is obvious now, okay, for the benefit of doubt, for those who were arguing and saying, no, he didn't mean it like that. He said it this way. He was taken out of context. Hello, he's on video now saying that you better. So it's like to them, they are just there for their own selfish. So that person, that guy, the Atiku Gate guy, is not wrong. The man and his children with 31 children, my people, 31 more than think can wear. Only one man get 31 children. When he want to give, when all the children they wait, make their papa enter presidency, so all of them go get life when easy, when be exactly as they live the life for Nigeria, so that anywhere they go in the world, they go feel they live that life. Imagine that 31 is already a small village on its own. If nothing else matters to you, this is the time for you to drag anyone that is sitting on the fence. This election is not about, it's about you and your family. It's about me and my own family. You are fighting for this election. You are fighting to get the right person there. Don't think that you should, don't be waiting that for someone to come and clap for you and give you something to show that indeed you are doing it. Nigerian election, they are telling you now that the only reason why they are coming in is so they can share up the money that you and I and the children coming after, what they're supposed to benefit from, that's what they're going to give to their people. So they are using it as an encouragement. They are telling them, run and go and give me your constituency. The way you campaign for me and get your constituency to vote for me is how much is going to determine how much I'm going to give to you, what position I'm going to give to you, what type of contract I'm going to award to you. Make that make sense. Nigerians, make that make sense. That means you don't even exist in their mindset at all. They're not thinking about you. They're not considering you. You are a non-existent person to them. If this does not give you sleepless nights, I don't know what else. It's just unfortunate. It's so unfortunate that we in the diaspora, we cannot vote. All this shout, when I go, they shout. I'm not going to shout. I'm telling you, I will literally go on the streets and gather all the Nigerians in my area.
Yes, Connor, the reason why they prevented us from not voting is deliberate, because they know the Nigerians in diaspora will change the situation of Nigeria by voting the right person. There's no way any Nigerians in diaspora will vote people like Tinubu or Atiku or APC or PDP. If you have to check it statistically, the people that is living abroad that is supporting APC or PDP is just about 10% compared to 90% that is clamoring for a better candidate.
Exactly. They know. I know it's the intention, because I remember when that bill was brought to the House. I remember when that bill was standing in the House. And I remember the person who said no. They were like, if they want to vote, they should come back home. No. I remember vividly, because people were clamoring for it. So it really, my blood, they boil. Nigerians, we have to get this right. We have to change the trajectory of where our country is going to. These people do not give a hoot about you or anybody else. It's about their pocket, their pocket, their pocket. If not be them, na religion. If not be religion, na tribalism. Those are the two carrots they dangle in front of you every election cycle. Wake up, Nigerians. I yield though.
All right, thank you, Madam Omoyes Corner. Before we call on the next persons, which is all now politics. Yes, all now politics, but we not to do politics here. We not come here come do politics. We come to talk truth to power. Before we call on you, sir, I want to quickly say thank you to Mr. Charles Ezedowen for his support. Charles, sir, you've been always doing this. God bless you. Thank you very much. Oh, now politics. Charles giving us not be politics now from the heart. Oh, now politics. Talk to us.
All our politics. Okay. Good evening.
Area.
Thanks for joining us. I guess this is your first time here, right?
No, this is my second time. I've been here.
Oh, right.
Before.
Okay. All right.
Yes,
Good to have
I've been
you.
here
Talk
before.
to us.
Yes, I've been here before. That was before I knew about the platform proper. But I understand that there is a PeterObi platform. So I'm not here to disrespect the platform by my background or anything. So
no, it doesn't really matter. Area.
It doesn't
yes.
matter. You are
all the
you are entitled to your opinion.
Thank you.
You are entitled
Thank
to
you
your
very
opinion.
much.
Talk
As
to
far
us,
as
my
you
brother.
did not put,
And
as far as in your background, you did not put 31 children.
And about the name honor politics, that's if you read our brother Dele Farotimi's book, Do Not Die in Their War. The pidgin version of Do Not Die in Their War is honor politics. Yes, you understand? They don't. These people, this political elite, they don't really care about me and you. It's all politics for them, right? Just to get to where we want. So that's just a nutshell of what the name is about.
All
and
right.
Again, yeah. So thank you, Brother Pansat. You know, me and you now, me and you now, best of friends. So I appreciate the fact that they started by pointing out Dangote, which to me it's important, but I kind of have a different opinion from what he took that Dangote is a problem. For me, Dangote is not actually the problem. Our people say there is no smoke without fire. Dangote is just the smoke, right? If we have a system, this presidential system, where would they operate? Just, and the kind of society the human race is actually adopted for our service, just always going to be number one. If it's not Dangote, it could be Ola, it could be Chooks or Osas. The question is that what power would that number one guy hold and control? That's what is giving me and you concern. Now, I want to believe that Dangote is not operating outside the laws available to him in Nigeria. When I mean the law, not necessarily the constitution, the policies around trade, commerce, or any industry where they operate on. I am pretty sure it's actually operating within that law. And you can argue that, that law are rating in his favor. Of course, I think that is where me and you come in.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? The system has successfully put the whole attention on the number one citizen, who is the president. The truth is that Dangote doesn't even know how to control who the president is. All he needs to do is to have influence about the majority of people in the House of Assembly or state or federal or senators. That's all he needs to do. And the policy will be written in his favor. That is how they designed this system. So they succeeded in making sure me and you ignore those people. How many of us know who they represent us at State House of Assembly, House of Representatives, House of Senator? We say, it's not important. No, it is more important. The president, yes, he get power, but just so much he can do to waiting go actually affect me and you. So in order to give Dangote a run for his money, we need to start paying attention to what matters. Who are the people who are designing these policies that is in his favor? Now, our brothers and sisters, our uncles, those people no fall from heaven. Is it that because we not pay attention to them, he was able to actually mobilize people around them and bring them into power? And of course, there will be this, who pays the money to take the tour, as they say. So it is very easy to say Dangote, Dangote, Dangote. If there's nothing me and you can do, if we keep pointing at Dangote, no. Now something they make and they flourish. I'm not supporting him that he's monopolizing everything. I'm just saying that if Dangote no dey there, somebody else will. But who is that person? How is that person to get there? What will be the policy that will help him to get there? So it is very, very important. As much as we want our favorite candidate to be the president, there's little he or she can actually do if we don't have the control of our own immediate environment. So that's why they see. That's how I see they'll say
Okay.
you don't go there.
All right, all for politics. Thank you for your analysis when on Dangote. But I'd like you to talk on this article because you were here when we played the video of article already dishing out positions for his people. So what can you say about that?
Well, morally we can say okay, this is wrong. But again, I think there are still law within that in regard to how to get contract and all that. But of course, a political season with day. But I see all our politics now is now worried and like that. So he's speaking to his constituency, his party member, right? Because at the end of the day, whether we like it or not, this crop of people we see around them, now them would be half, if not all of them, will actually get position from director, from SA to this and that. So now them. So you just actually tell them if you actually won't get position, you have to go.
But we know that in every laws in Nigeria, when it comes to you and I, the law is working, is active. But when it comes to
Mr. Elvis,
it's not working.
Mr. Elvis, please. Sorry, we have somebody on the line. You just want 1 minute. You just want to. Ginger Breadman, please go ahead.
Yes, I greet you all. I greet you, the panelists and the Niger Watch family globally. My brother, the good-looking guy with the Concasu background, I won't find out why that background is there. If you don't mind.
No. It's allowed. It's allowed. No. That's fine. He cannot answer that. Leftist, he can't answer that, please.
I don't know whether it was on purpose.
No, today now debate, Friday debate.
He cannot answer that.
What would they do Friday debate? Would they allow everybody we get waiting to say making come?
It's
now,
not against our belief here, so.
But you know, this thing election now, they can't have days. So I know they take up like thing for any house, anybody may want to promote another candidate for here.
All right, let's can we move on, please?
Okay, he's not promoting. All right, thank you very much. Ginger Breadman, I will talk to you. Okay, go ahead, sir.
Thank you. All now politics. There's something I was talking about. There's what we call Public Procurement Act. Public Procurement Act is against what Atiku was doing. Do you get what I mean? He's not a president yet. Remember, Atiku was the vice president before, right? And you see the situation that is going on right now, how he collaborated with 1 and 2 to use the public fund for their personal interest. I think this should be taken very serious, though.
No, I see where you are coming from. You understand, especially when you say the law. When it comes to me and you, the law, they work. That boils down to who they enforce the law. Now they decide who it should work for. So that person where they enforce the law, so how did they get there? Is it by appointment? Is it by election? Is it by ranks? Is it by influence? You understand? So at the end of it all, it depends on what influence, what are we ready to do to make sure we get the right people in any public sector at all, not necessarily even the elected position. You understand? Okay. So I'm not saying that we should just take it as I mean, it can also make argument that it's just making promise. Right, he can make that argument. You understand? But again, this politician know how to use words that would provoke me and you just to keep talking about them. That's what it's all about.
Let me quickly ask you this, despite that we're already
yes, Mr. Ivy, somebody else is already calling too concerning our brother all our politics calling from United States. What do you say your name is?
Okay,
go ahead, sir. Nico. Okay, Nico, talk to us.
1 minute, please.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Niger Watch and all panelists. Like what I want to say, like what our brother Kwankwasi and now all politics. I believe we live in the Western world. And in Nigeria that we want now, I believe that if we should get it right from the top, things will change. That politics of only maybe Dangote or what he's talking about if not Dangote will be someone else. It won't go like that. If the license is being given to all those who are interested, it will make everything like something like rice or whatever. All those things will come because the market will be competitive. And this one, the one that is saying about our legislators is from your if like what Obi said, if they bring any policy on the table and the House ready to pass it, then the people will force the legislator to pass that bill. It takes someone good from the top to feed the country. The way he's talking is like he wants Nigeria to continue on the line that Nigeria is going now. So because the way he's saying if not Dangote will be different, he's just trying to live in the past. We want things to change. Let things start working. Let's forget about Dangote or not. Like all what is happening in the oil sector, is he happy about that?
Okay.
Are we happy? Yes, Dangote is building refinery. Why can't we do more than that? Let him stop living in the past. We can't continue living in the past. We have to try to change things.
All right, thank you.
That's not how it happened in the Western world where it is. I believe it's not living in Nigeria.
All right, thank you very much.
All right, lefties, before we move on, I have someone right here calling in. Hello, good evening to you, Mr. Henry. Thanks for calling us. You have only 1 minute.
Yeah,
Go
straight
to the point.
Yeah, good evening.
Thank you, sir.
Good evening. Let me go straight for this article. We forget. Nigeria forgets. We forget so fast. We forget. Nigeria. Article was vice president. Yeah.
Yeah.
Vice president they could not even give us not even 12 hours electricity. He sold all our investment, all our wealth for kobo, and now he's coming out to say he want to give everybody. That. People still, some fools still believe on him. Some fools still, we are playing politics when Nigeria is on fire. This is not the time to play politics in our country right now.
Exactly.
We need to put somebody that will wake up Nigeria. Like somebody will come out and say want to support a Kwankwaso. Kwankwaso cannot even win one state for Nigeria. We are not playing politics. This is not got to do with parties or whatever. Or I like this person. We are looking for someone who can rise up Nigeria, who can wake up Nigeria from the dead. Nigeria is dead. Nigeria is dead. So we should forget about politics this time now. I'm not a politician. My father is 98 years. He's going to vote. My family, they have their PVC. They will be voting. My family friends, they're going to vote for PeterObi because PeterObi is the best candidate for all now. Kwankwaso was so greedy because this northern, we own Nigeria. We are northern, we own Nigeria. And that's why you don't want to support. You don't want to be vice president to Obi. But now he's ashamed now for himself.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Mr. Henry.
PeterObi, PhD holder. PhD my ass.
Thank you.
Sorry for my language.
Thank you. All right. Let me quickly ask all for you. This you can answer.
No, not all for you. All that politics.
Sorry. On our politics. Okay. On our politics. Before we move on, because the whole world is calling right now because of you. You are creating chaos right here on our studio. Okay. Now, it's obvious that you're supporting Kwankwaso, right?
Yes.
Can you tell Nigerians why you supporting Kwankwaso?
Why am I supporting Kwankwaso?
Although it's your opinion, if you don't want to talk about it, that's fine. I just wanted to ask.
I mean, do you want me to actually give you details why I'm supporting or just one word?
No, tell us why you are supporting Kwankwaso.
Obviously,
this is a debate.
It's obvious you don't live in Nigeria, right?
Based on what he has done.
Okay, what are those things he has done?
Well, this is a man that pretty much changed the trajectory of Kano education 100% from primary school to tertiary institution. Under him, 2 universities were established. I mean, if we are talking about, let's use the out-of-school children as an example, 20 million. Me and you can agree that 60 to 70% of those kids are from the north, right? So who is it better to actually tackle that? Approach it as an emergency endemic in our society, if not somebody who has from that region has done it, over and over again. And apart from that, this is a man who has, when I mean talking about education, when I say it changes 100%, apart from establishing 2 universities in that part of in his own state, he has successfully set over 3,000 citizens from Kano all over the world who are professionals today. And one good thing that I like about that, it's not like me or a few of us who decide to just leave. I don't want to go back. 99% of those kids that I sponsor are in Nigeria today in the rest of actually impacting the economy based on experience that he has with working within the system. Because whether we like it or not, when this
Can I
somebody
interrupt,
who
please? Elvis, can I interrupt?
Yes,
Because this guy,
you can.
Yes,
You can.
you can.
I'm sorry to say, sir, I don't like insulting, fellow panelists, but you're actually talking rubbish. You're actually talking rubbish. You're saying that he created university.
Madam
No,
Rita,
no, you can't
Is
say
it his
Madam
money
Rita,
he used to
Madam
build the
Rita,
university?
the word
please.
rubbish.
Madam
What
Rita,
was the
please.
score of the children in the second school? Don't come and deceive people here.
No, no,
He's
no.
not
Madam
Yes.
Rita,
excuse
Please,
me.
Madam
yeah.
Rita.
And please,
He's not supposed to use.
turn off
Is he
your
supposed to
camera.
use his money? He's not
No.
supposed to use
Turn
his
off your
money
camera
now.
because
He's
I don't see any useless redhead.
No, no, no.
Turn
Madam
he's
your
not.
Rita,
camera.
Madam Rita,
Madam
Rubbish.
Rita.
Okay, I have
Madam
Madam
to
Rita.
you. You can
Madam Rita.
oppose, Madam Rita, you can
Ma-
oppose him, but please be civil.
No.
You
No,
can't
no,
say
No, I'm not.
okay.
I'm not angry. I'm sorry. I
I am
seriously, I'm
trying to
not
be
angry.
civil, but
But
I'm trying to be
Madam
civil
Rita,
here.
Madam
But
Rita,
Mr. Up for
Madam
politics,
Rita.
I am talking. Don't
Madam
interrupt
Rita,
me. I am
Madam
talking.
Rita.
Mr. Up for politics, what you are saying doesn't make sense. We are intellectuals here. The people at home are listening. You cannot not come and tell us that the reason why you want to put the man that is wearing a red hat is because he created 2 university. How did he create 2 university? Is it his money? What is the population of the Almajiris now? How did he impact the education in Kano State
okay.
now?
All
Because
right,
if you have a
everybody,
legacy,
hold on,
his
Madam
legacy
Rita.
shall be living 2023 now.
Thank you.
So please
Hold
don't
on.
come and deceive anybody. Don't,
Okay.
please,
All right.
don't stop.
Hold on.
Sir,
On
Elvis, please. Am
apologies.
I next? I
Hold
can't
on.
listen to this
Hold on.
nonsense.
Hold on, Madam Rita, please. Everybody stay mute. I have someone on the phone right now. Just hold on. Hello, Mr. Charles. Thanks for calling in. You have 1 minute. Talk to us.
Thank you so much.
Good evening, sir.
Please, I want to ask all my politics one question. Please.
Okay, sir. Go ahead.
The way I see him, I believe is from the south. I want to take this thing to ethnicity, kind of.
Sir, you have
What I
1
want to
minute.
ask
Please be concise.
What I want to ask him is that, do you think that is good, that is fair, that Muhammadu Buhari is from northwest, and he's just served he's serving eight years now. Then after him, then someone else from northwest will come again as Nigerian president. Did you think it's right?
Okay, that's fine. Okay, he will answer that, sir. I have to let me pick another call quickly so that we can take both of them together. Mr. Silvanus AE, thanks for calling us, sir. Good evening to you. Please talk to us in a minute.
Okay. My question is, I know this guy that calls himself all in our politics. My question is, why is he allowed to talk about Dangote? I was listening when Collins wanted to talk about Dangote, and then we said we're not going to deviate from politics from
No,
our topic.
no, sir. If you were watching, hello, I asked him.
Yeah.
I asked him why does he choose to support Dangote? Kwankwaso.
Well, I don't have a problem with you can support whoever you support, but if you shouldn't be talking about Dangote, that's not the topic of the day.
Okay, Dangote is not talking about. No, everyone else talk about Dangote as well, so it's not just the one.
Okay. Well, you can support whoever you're supporting, but this guy lives in America. He lives in the USA. If I'm mistaken, he lives in New York. I watch him from Dr. Damages. I watch him everywhere. He talks something that doesn't make sense. He's living in a comfort zone, and then he's going to deceive others.
On our politics, you don't enter one chance. One chance, you don't enter school. All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. I have one more call. Hold on. Hello, FA. Thanks for calling in. You have 1 minute. Go ahead. Please turn down your device, FA, please. Go ahead. Talk to me, my brother.
Yeah, good evening, Nigeria. Good evening, the good panelists.
Yes.
The issue is that on our politics, my brother. So the situation of Nigeria today, you are still talking about everything is politics according to your title of your what you put you said there. So let me tell you, my brother, era of politics we don't pass there. You understand? So you see what is happening in Nigeria. At least you need to understand now. We don't pass all those. We are not joking. Nigeria is not joking. You understand me? So we don't pass that era, my brother.
Okay.
Please, I'm begging with the name of God.
Thank you.
We don't pass that era because I don't want to make because they go fire you, go to.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Efetobori, thank you very much for
yes.
that.
More people are calling in, but I need to stop for now.
We need to stop for now. I quickly want to ask him some questions, sir. On the politics, thank you very much. I like your coming out area and I understand your perspective. But I want to quickly ask you a question. You were talking about Kano. We all know how Kano, the North, has been. They've been the worst hit in poverty. They are the worst hit, uneducated. And there you have people that are saying no to Western education. Now, I don't want to argue with you that Konkaso did not do what you said he has done in the Kaduna, whatever. What I want to ask you, do you think the way Nigeria is going today, looking at the problem, which of course, most of the problem were caused by this Kwankwaso people because he was once the defense minister. He has been in government. That means federal level. And we have this kind of problem. Do you think somebody like Kwankwaso, judging from the way he reacted in Chatham House, he did not tell Nigeria what they want to hear. He behaved like Tinubu and Atiku. He did not.
Okay, just ask him your question.
Do you think the way Nigeria is today, the man Kwankwaso is the best person to lead Nigeria? Because I see him as not a leader. I see him as
let him answer
very
it.
egoistic human being and very proud. He's talking about a qualification, and leadership is not qualification.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
On politics, do you want to quickly take that so we can move on to the next person?
Yes. So first, just to Rita, yes, it's not using his personal money, and that's why I'm supporting him, because public money is supposed to be used for public good, not personal. So the schools that he established is not with his money; it's with the state government's money, and that is exactly what we can say about Mr. PeterObi too. He used the state money for the public good. So I'm not supporting because he used personal money. He doesn't have that kind of money, by the way. Yes. The other caller is talking about how he's been in the government. He was a minister of defense and all that. If you actually, all of us, I'm from Edo State, by the way, all of us are Niger Delta guy. We can go into Niger Delta today and ask, when he was the Northwestern representative in Niger Delta, would he make and resign? He could not stand what is going on. And he went and complained to Mr. President then, Obasanjo, and you know what? He has to leave. So that integrity is there. If you want to say, what has he been doing? As a minister of defense, he doesn't have the executive power. But the record is still there. The innovation he carried out while he was there. That's just to be free. Yes. So my brother is talking about his response at Chatham House.
Innovation like what, please?
Innovation, I mean, the current defense headquarters we are seeing today, he was the one that actually recruited to the permanent side. Most courses and schools were actually created within the system there. These are all public records that you can actually go and verify, to borrow word from our.
Why are you borrowing our word now?
We are all in the struggle together. If you look at it critically. We are all in the struggle together.
All the police, you should be supporting PeterObi. We are not.
You cannot verify.
Na cruise, no na ignore Ovio na cruise. Everything Ogre they talk, he himself know for him mind say he not correct, he not J. More na leave Ovio. I know.
Let's reach an agreement here. Seriously, the way the system is set up.
Okay.
You understand the way things are going. The only way that we can keep people like APC and PDP out of power We have to find a way for us to work together. We no get choice. That now the fact be that we will not deceive ourselves. The way the system is set up, now highest bidder. If we no find way to we the other sponsor parties to work together, we are bound to see one of these old men as our next president, and nothing me and you will do. We can only cry and make. So whatever is going on between our top leaders, then we have to find way to follow us. We have to find way and bring
you
these
didn't
people
answer
together.
the
If
question
not,
about North and South. You say Buhari is just leaving office. He's from the North.
All right.
Why
No,
should
Mr. Pansat,
you want me to answer that? As somebody who is from a very minority, what do you think my allegiance is going to rely on? On the Constitution, of course. What is the Constitution saying? I don't care who becomes the president, my brother. I don't. If I have the single power, to choose who becomes the president, none of these people will make my top 5. None. But I don't have that power. So whether we like it or not, as the system is now, we just have to find a way to keep figuring it out until we get the majority of us on our side.
Why are we even listening to this kind of talk? Why are we even entertaining this obtuse talk? Why? Someone that doesn't have a candidate,
that
yet
is
he's
the only
picking one.
way we
You are
can
not
find solution to our
straightforward.
problem.
Please,
One way
give chance
view of
another
seeing
person
this
that
will
is
not solve
sensible.
our problem, Rita.
We are here
If
to
everybody
change
see things,
Nigeria.
Madam Rita, just cool down.
We are here to change Nigeria.
Hold on,
Rita,
for this
if everybody
rhetoric.
I have a question.
We are here for this rhetoric that doesn't make sense.
I understand how you feel, Madam Rita. If everybody
You
sees
don't
this from
understand
your
me. We're
point
not
of
on the
view,
same level because you are choosing the man on the red hat and I'm
we
choosing
are
Peter
not on the same
Obi.
level.
We are not on the same level. So please
I
don't
am not
talk to
saying
me.
we are on the
Don't
same
talk to
level
me.
now. I'm not saying we are on the same
Hold
level.
on. All
But if everybody sees this from your own
not talk again.
Let me make this point. If everybody see point from just from only your own point of view, the world will be a boring place.
Okay, hold on. There's a question
your
for
point
you.
of view now.
Ovie, please hold on, please. Mute yourself. There's a question for you right there on the screen. They said I should ask you, why did you leave Nigeria to USA? Why you not decide there, make kidnapper, cash you, cut your dread?
All my teenage and pretty much my younger days, I served Nigeria.
No,
Hold on, let me finish.
Your dada.
Can I finish? You
go
understand?
Go ahead.
I serve Nigeria at every capacity you can think. I serve Nigeria. I not just be saying I'm more and more nigga now worker at the worker. I not tell you I be American. Just because I'm not American, I'm seeing Nigeria. I have only one passport, now Nigeria passport I get. I serve Nigeria. I just live in Nigeria. I serve in Nigeria as a uniform angle and as an athlete. My name is Frederick Agbaji. And when I serve as an athlete, go and check my record there. I be terror for our leader said. Chief Solomon Ogba as our president. Go ask him. We have my record is there for you. If you want challenge me, I tell you. So if I talk, I'm not just a talk.
Nah, Papa talking America.
I am not more Nigerian than anybody.
We cannot let
him talk. I am not more Nigerian than anybody here. That's not what I'm saying.
Okay,
but
all right.
Due.
Hold on. I have a caller. Hello, caller. Good evening to you. Your name and where you calling us from. You have just 1 minute. Please turn down your gadget, please. Your system. Turn it down. Thank you. Your name and where you calling from.
Yes.
1 minute.
Yes. Okay. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, madam.
My name is Evelyn. I'm calling from Ghana.
Thank you very much, madam. Go ahead. 1 minute. Talk to us.
Oh yes, please. I just put down my toenails. I'm begging the whole Nigeria to please go and get your PVC and vote for PeterObi. I'm calling from Nigeria, from Ghana, because before in Ghana people, they came to Nigeria during 80s. I don't know if you people still remember. They came to Nigeria because of the bad politicians like APC and PDP that was frustrating them. That is why they came to Nigeria to come and be living with us. At the end of the day, the Nigerians were tired of these Ghana people because they were millions. They had to drive them back to Ghana. That is when they said that Ghana must go. So when they went back to Ghana, one politician like this PeterObi came out in Ghana and said, vote for me. Let us destroy this bad politician that is frustrating us. All the Ghanaians, they voted for this man. The man entered the throne just like PeterObi. president. He started fighting the corruption. Today, come to Ghana because before the Ghanaians they came to Nigeria to be doing out of hunger. I don't know if you people still remember.
Yes, of course, of course.
But today, people they don't do any prostitution, even in Europe, all over the world. This man changed everything and made Ghana easy for them to live. Today, they are enjoying in Ghana. I am in Ghana today. We have 24 electricity. Everything is just so good.
Okay, thank you.
I told you the other time, I said that I traveled to Benin to come and vote for Obasanjo from Ghana. That is me, Evelyn. I don't know if you still remember. So because of this, I put them on 2 names. You know this PDP and APC, they are evil people. You remember the right they brought for us during coronavirus, they hide it. The money they brought for us from Europe, they said that fire enter in Abuja. They seize everything. Please, my Nigeria people, help so that all of us can come back to Nigeria. True PeterObi. Thank you, sir.
God bless you, Madam Evelyn. I will save your number now to recognize your call next time. Thank you, Madam. All right. Okay. Mr. Henry, you are calling back. Please, you have only 30 seconds. Just go straight to the point.
Okay, let me go straight to the point. Mr. Nigeria, what do you call this guy? The guy with dreadlock.
Oh, no, politics.
You never answer my question. You never answer my question yet. Why? It's not a patriotic Nigeria. You say, I'm in Nigeria. I'm in Nigeria, but you're supporting irrelevant person to come out of that country. Why not? What are you doing in USA? Go back to your village, to your data you come from. Go and stay there and support your politicians there. So stop making noise.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we got to move on to the next person right now because it looked like say everybody. In fact, at the moment now, all questions are directed straight to all our politics. Up na politics, you don't come put fire for here. So
well, Elvis, before the next person, which is Madam Rita, I want to quickly let all na politics Oga Frederick know say we all na Nigeria. I respect you for your opinion, and I want to make you understand say Nigerians na they react so just like you stand now for podium, you dey talk say now you want to be president, they don't they reject you. You see now Nigeria not be we. People they come from different places, see the annoyance. This is to let you know.
We not talk anything. No.
I just want to make you know because why we not quarrel with you? They say we respect your person, and we don't see you get right to say what you want to say.
And you also came in the right day.
Yeah,
Today's
when
a
you
debate.
now
We
debate
welcome
today.
anybody today.
If I tell you how many calls I don't get for background, say why we allow this publicity, we say no, not debate. If Tinubu people go still fit come, may they come. Anybody want to come, may they come. We ready, Nigerians. Now they here. So make it no,
if all our politics, if you want to come again, fair look our panel. Make sure say the name of Madam Rita not there. Omo yes corner not there. Pansat not there. If those 3 people there, you not go say
Are you now Elvis, are you now saying if all our politics want to come, make it come alone when we not there here?
Pastor, me and Pastor we don't take for the struggle. We are comrade.
All right, we have another call here. Florence Omorige, Ephrata Catfish is right here with us. Ephrata Catfish, good evening to you, madam. Talk to us.
Good evening.
Wait, catfish with that?
Yes, so Ephrata Catfish when they fight here now. Why you call the lie? Why they happy?
Madam, before you talk, make I just fair address me and your matter. I don't know.
No, but not because of you, she call.
I know this now online. I know say
I will charge you for that. I'll charge you for that.
You want just let us
you do the lifestyle women. You do the lifestyle women. We will give you
ticket. Because of you, cause not because of you.
Why be say if they mention women, engineer can they talk?
Okay, engineer K, why can't be saying now you they talk, sir?
I just make a quiet see so. When you come and come, you get us left is they call the name. Now Nigeria was just put and this man. More than leave our women alone.
Madam, talk to us. Thanks for calling in.
Okay. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much, Mr. Lefties. God bless you. I appreciate. You know, it's okay. Let's move on. Okay, we're working together. At the end of the day, we all love Nigeria. Yeah. We all want our country to succeed. And that's what in the battlefield, there will definitely be people that will be hit, right? but then they'll get up and then they'll keep moving. That's what we're all about.
Yeah.
So, I have a question a comment to Ms. Ona Politics, sir.
Mm-hmm.
When my husband and I listened yesterday to Dr. Kwakwanso, all we saw was a man that's all about himself. Okay? Dr. Kwakwanso is all about himself. He had to go on and tell us about his history, his degrees, and why he feels like Peter Obi is beneath him. But this is not a personal thing. It's not about him. It's about 200 million people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? We really don't care who rules, who ends up. I just want the right person to win. Somebody that knows what he's doing. I don't care if you're a trader. I don't care if you're a fashion designer. As long as there's security when I come to Nigeria, as long as I can drive on the road without looking over my shoulder, as long as there's a light, for me to continue to be on YouTube, as long as the children can have something to eat, the youths have jobs. That's what we really care about. So when he began to list all his achievements and why he couldn't work with Peter Obi, all I just saw was a man that's all about himself. And that's not who we need. Now, we have to respect him because we know Kwakwanso, he has Kanu. I believe I've heard analysts say that Kwakwanso don't already win Kanu. Now get Kanu, nobody can take that. And we need those numbers. We need those numbers to help boost us up. But he's not God. You understand my point? I really hope that between now and the election, because politics is a game of personal interest.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? I believe that I'm hoping that between now and the election, if Sowore and Kwakwanso can join Labour Party, then we can really, really be very confident about what we're talking about. But it's all about, we don't need leaders that will talk about themselves. And we don't care who he is, what he's done. We respect him. We respect him. We respect the fact that he's a force. If he wasn't a force, nobody would be talking about him, really. You understand? But we feel like we need leaders right now to take us to the next level. That's what this is all about. And Ms. Ona Politics, please, if you have connections there to your principal, please tell him that we do like him. We want him. We like what he has, the power he has. Let him come and join Peter Obi. And it's not about anybody being beneath anybody. It's about the Nigerian people.
Mm-hmm.
It's about, giving us, hope for our future. Because the truth is that if we're not able to get it right this time, we're going to leave Nigeria for them. Everybody go Japa Komot. The one if he enter Cameroon and Lome, they go. We will leave Ghana, don't fool. We know they go there again. Everybody's going to leave. Make them carry the country, make them chop them.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, madam. I appreciate you. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.
Thank you.
All right. I can see more people calling in right now. I'm sorry, the panelists. I guess you guys can exercise some patience here. Let's quickly do this. Mr. CM is calling back again. Okay, Mr. CM, nothing enter screen today. Wow. Okay, Mr. CM, please talk to us now. 1 minute now.
I
Give you.
come out to maybe Mr. CM enter if you want.
Mr. CM, do you want to come to the panel?
Yes, but make I talk this first.
Okay.
You see, on Niger Watch, we talk with facts. I've checked the position of Kano State on WAEC League table. They never passed 24 from maybe 36 where it start. So whatever investment anybody is talking he make in education is neither here nor there. It's a fallacy. You can never improve on anything unless you measure it. Obi met Anambra at 26. He moved it to number 1 for 3 consecutive years. So that's why he's boasting with it. So whatever investment people are telling us, Almajiri is still the order of the day in Kano State. So we don't talk voodoo here. We talk with facts. Mm-hmm. So illiteracy is still a disease in Kano State. Don't come here and then come and bamboozle people with it's just maybe when you talk, you feel like when you say it, you are talking to illiterates. So the beggar. More than 3 million people are still beggar in Kano. What did he do? Out of school children, Kano is the highest in northern Nigeria, followed by Zamfara. Go and Google and see. So telling me that Kwakwanso did the investment in education, if it's based on northern standard, then I'm going to discuss and there. That's one. Secondly, I can never be a Fulani slave. What if Jonathan as an Ijoman finished in 2015, and it's proposing another Ijoman from River State. What will Nigeria look like?
Okay.
According to Professor Nigo Tite, there are more than 250 ethnic groups in Nigeria. How can one Fulani hand over to another Fulani? What sort of democracy is that? When you cannot allow somebody from Imo State to get into federal government college based on 7% cutoff, what
you.
are you talking about?
Thank you, Mr.
Can
CM.
be a Fulani slave?
Yes, Kona is leaving now, coming, but it will be sad if someone else take that position, because I can see we have a lot of people behind now.
So can I hop off now? Is he ready?
Wait, are you ready, Mr. CM?
Omoye, let me leave, okay, because I have to do something anyway. So go ahead and stay.
Okay, Omoye, you can go now.
No,
Thank
I'll
you.
go. I'll go. Let Omoye stay.
No, that's fine. Two of you can go. I have a lot of people that want to come in.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay, bye all.
Not be we drive now. Now one by myself go.
No, we get many people for backstage. Anybody will leave now, so that others can come in. This space, I don't know who will take them. But that's CM Buffy take them. See, I two Nigeria don't take them.
all for politics. How you dey feel today?
Somebody said that.
You never get somebody who will support her. You never get that. You are the alap.
Somebody said,
Mr.
Somebody talk.
You don't get somebody who will support her now. You go see something now.
Don't worry, we go convert on our politics.
On our politics. The problem we get with you now is you don't get family here now. Nobody will follow you. Nobody join you. No corner who support you.
No, too like that get my back.
Too like I love to take your corner.
I was the one that spoke to him to come here because he felt like I was saying he should be coming here because
I know that too like that tell me come. I know you are a hot spot today.
On our politics.
Because people are allowing him to talk. So he thought they were not going to allow him to talk.
No, all our politics is now
John the family may not be orphan. We don't want to leave.
Okay, you are now obedient.
Somebody talk for comment section say now let me be the only person online where they support the Konkoso. So I'm used to it. So
okay, no, now only you for the old. No, from the old diaspora, now only you to support Kwakoso.
So I'm used to the bullet.
All right,
I'm used to the bullet.
We have Alex. We have Alex on the phone. Unfortunately, Alex is supposed to be on the screen. What happened?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes, Nigeria Watch. I want you to help me ask that guy. He's very lucky that network kicked me out. Kanu is not far from Sokoto. It's me, Mr. Alex. Kanu is not far from Sokoto, right?
Mm-hmm.
The brother was killed, broad daylight. Is Sokoto a young girl who could have been our daughter, our wife, our mother, our person? She was killed. What did Kwaso do? Did he lead a movement due to the proximity? What did he never said nothing today? He's part of the elite who is weaponizing poverty with the so-called Amajiris. It's a continuation of the Fulani oligarchy. I don't know under what name it comes at. I never knew about Kwaso. What did he do about Deborah's death? A young girl was just killed.
He didn't comment on it at all.
Nothing. See now. And he want to be a president of who? Of his village. Please, I'll find a way to join the platform so we can have a real dialogue with this guy.
Okay. All right, keep trying. Keep trying, my brother.
All for you now. Alex confirm say Kwankwaso wants to all of us to death if we talk anything.
No, yes, but that's the fact. Kwankwaso didn't make any comment over the death of Deborah till tomorrow. So so sad. Anyway, let's move on now. Callers, please hold on. I want to hear from my panelists. I would like us to hear now from
Madarita. It's Madarita.
Madarita. Madarita, talk to us, Nabi.
She never talk.
My turn.
What? No.
She only her jet. She never talk.
Right? Madarita, no verse from me.
Okay, Madarita, talk to us. All our politics, he don't beg you in advance now. Madarita, go ahead.
Beg, no verse for me.
Yes, thank you very much, and good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to address something first before I speak. One, Mr. Chuko Emeka that was in the comment section, you regarded yourself as somebody's second wife. I don't understand why, particularly Nigerian men, when they see a woman who is outspoken, they always want to allude it to maybe the person is somebody's wife. For information, I am somebody's wife. So you shouldn't make such silly comments. That is a very dry joke. It's a very expensive joke. You should correct yourself and make the required apologies. You, Mr. Chukwemeka, on the comment section, you know yourself. Now, back to the topic. I am not in the business. I've said it several times. I am not in the business of soft pedaling anybody, any entity that wants to truncate anything or deceive the people of Nigeria or deceive the gullible ones about Peter Obi or about their silly candidates. They are candidates who don't know themselves. They are candidates who are analog. They are candidates who are wicked and evil. They are candidates who are malevolent, putrid, and devilish. I am not in the business of supporting or soft pedaling. Nobody should tell me I should take it easy, or nobody should tell me, oh, I am going too high just because I am going to drive people from supporting Peter Obi. Any good person, born of a man and a woman, will know the right thing, what is going on in Nigeria, and support Peter Obi without any question. So the person you support is a reflection of who you are. You cannot come here and talk about the man on the red hat who was such a big God that came to show his agbada at Chatham House to come and tell me that about education. You have nothing to talk about him. There's absolutely nothing. PhD holder from Shada University in India, and you're calling somebody a trader who has gone to Ivy League schools. If you that live in America, you know what Ivy League schools means. So please, it's not even a PhD holder that he actually read it. So it's something that they give you honorably. You're not used to brag. What is that? Does PhD holder allude to a good leader? What is the statistics of the Ahmadis in Kanu now? Thank you, Sasien, for giving that statistics. I'm not in the business. Let everybody just know this now. I'm not in the business of soft-pedaling anybody who doesn't want to think straight. If you don't want to think straight and follow Peter Obi and follow the right thing, I will have an operation on your brain so that you have sense. Now, going back to the topic of article, as a result of, what he was talking about, kind of employing people. You know what? Really and truly, in politics, for example, I'm going to be very fast because I know I have a limited time. In politics, Kellyanne Conway, who was a spokesperson for, actually, she was a campaign manager for Donald Trump. After he became president, she became the spokesperson. I don't have an issue with employing people who worked in your campaign, who believe in your ideology, who believe in the status quo of the party that you support. I have no issues with that. Or you can employ anybody even outside the scope. No. The issue I have is when you have that job and that person is not doing the work properly, or that person is lackadaisical in their duties. It is the duty of the person, of your employer, to checkmate you. And if you're not doing well, you are fired. Now, Peter Obi now, even if he employs, let's say Aisha Yusuf, she's a great woman. She has even said she doesn't want any political position. But if she has been given a position of Minister of Women Affairs, for example, if she's not doing well, I believe Peter Obi, we put her out. Because we're not here to play, we're here to fix Nigeria. So the buck stops at the desk of the employer. So I have no issues about that. Now, it's just because Nigerian democracy, we're still at the embryo stage. I keep saying it. We are not as developed yet in terms of practicing democracy like the US and other great Western countries. But because of the kind of corrupt system that we have, when these people are speaking, it's more like
Mandarita, I'm sorry. You can see that Chukwemeka have apologized. It's right on the screen.
Okay, apology accepted. I've seen it. Apology accepted. Okay, as you see, all these countries who are practicing democracy now, like the US, I mean, over 400 years ago, their policies were probably even worse than what we are experiencing now. But fast forward, I personally have no business in employing the best hands, the best brains. But when you get that job, if you're not doing that job, you're being booted out. That's how the Western countries that we are all living today, that's how it's functioning. That's how the system is functioning. And that's why you have places like political position. After 4 years, if you're not doing it, if you're not doing well, you are booted out. You are voted out. Just like what the Americans did to Trump. You are booted out. So, the way Mikano put it, he's just expressing to us the typical Nigerian system. But really and truly, most people who are working with any campaign, with any of these candidates, potentially they're going to get positions. Why do you think Renault and the one that calls himself the fake son, they're doing all this and they're all shouting on the show? Because they're also looking for political position. That's just the way the world works. But how are you managing your duties? And the person that employed you, how is that person checkmating what you're doing? Just what is happening now. Buhari is not checkmating anybody. I said Nigeria is working on autopilot. So I listen to Mikano talk and the likes. It's just like I said, just like the man on the red hat. It's the chip of the old block. All of them, they are playing the same kind of But if you see how they even campaign, they are not even saying anything that is digital, anything that is futuristic. It's all the same thing we've had in 2015, 2019. It's the same pattern. It's the same pattern. So anything that you're saying now is like, I don't even listen to these people. I don't, because it's like you are sucking my intellectual capacity from my brain. So I don't want to listen to Blagadash. I don't want to listen to that. I have no time for that. Now going by the INEC, I just want to be fast because I know I have limited
No, we are
time.
not on INEC yet. We are going to do
I
that.
know we are not on INEC, but I'm trying to refer to the woman who was on the microphone from that.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, the local government. They were complaining. I keep saying, where is Mr. Festus Okoye? I am looking for that man. We should be looking for Festus Okoye to come out and speak up. Since Yakubu has become mute, just like he's the one that employed him, Festus Okoye that has been coming severally to scream and shout on top of our heads, where is Festus Okoye? We are looking for him. I just have a brief history. 2015, INEC says they spent 1 trillion naira for 2015 general elections. 2019, the Senate approved 234.5 billion naira and for the election, from 1 trillion to 234 billion. That is what the Senate approved for 2019. Now, 2022, INEC says they need 355 billion for this election now. But INEC, the National Assembly, has approved 305 billion. Now, if you have, and this is separate from the 40 billion INEC gets every year. I guess it's for pay their employers, logistics and whatever, but they get 40 billion naira yearly. They're even telling the Senate now to make it 50 billion. You guys want to check this fact. If the next section, comment section, if I have to repeat this again, so people get the message. And the reason why I'm saying this is because we cannot start having this nonsense of people not getting their PVC or they're collecting money and we are hearing all kinds of nonsense when the budget has already been there. So they have 305 billion naira, 305 billion naira. We should be questioning these things. Even the people in the Senate who have approved this, we know it is being padded. We know. Okay. I'm going to stop here for now, but nobody should come and talk. If anybody says anything to support another candidate, I will interrupt you. That's what I will break the rule. I will break the rule. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for that, Rita. Let me take some calls, please. We have please, everybody, hold on. We have a couple of people trying to call in. Let me take at least 5 calls, quickly, and we take it from here. Hello, good evening to you. You try calling in.
Yes, good evening. Yes, I did.
Thank you, sir. Where are you calling from?
On the background. Yeah, can I do it on the background? The background.
What do you mean? How do you mean? I don't understand. Do on the background. How?
Okay.
You are live. The world is listening to you, sir.
Yeah, I just wanted to know how I can support what you are doing. How can I support what you are doing? That's just it.
All right. Okay. You wanted to talk to me privately.
Yes.
Okay, that's fine then. I'll call you back then. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay,
sir. Yeah. That's a Nigeria call. All right. Tinubu, Mona, not call me. Let me quickly talk to somebody else. Hello, good evening to you. Your name and where you calling us from?
Yeah, hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
From Germany.
Thank you. Calling from Germany. What's your name, sir? I'm fine. What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Dennis.
Mr. Dennis, please talk to us, sir. You have only 1 minute.
Yeah. Thank you. Please just give me 2. Pardon me.
Okay.
I want to talk to this man with dread on politics, okay? Yeah, my brother, see, I understand you very well because, even when Trump and Biden was campaigning in America, people still support Trump despite his dubious character and how he talks,
Yeah.
But I want to let you know one thing. The situation Nigeria is right now, okay? Because like I can say this, permit me to say, I'm ashamed, like, you live in America, but fine, yeah, there is democracy in America, freedom to support who you want to support. But brother, I'm ashamed, like, in this 21st century, you that live in America, where the whole system work, and you knew that people build these things, started from W. Bush to the father to a lot of American presidents, But you need to know one thing, my brother, this man with dread. Nigeria is not an America. we are in a dying moment. We need to rescue that nation. Okay? Please, I would just beg you, if you will allow me, come back home, okay, so that we can build a better Nigeria. Okay? Don't be naive, okay?
I've never left.
Okay?
I don't know. I've never left, so I don't know where I should come back home. I've never left.
You shouldn't be supporting somebody that you know that is not going to bring something positive to your even children are born to come. Are you happy? Okay, are you going to live all the rest of your life in diaspora? You're not going to go back to your country one day to live as a proudly Nigerian man. Please.
All right.
Come back.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Your mates to
thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. God bless you, sir. Thank you. All right, callers, everyone hold on for now because we are doing some shuffling right here. Let's move on to others. Engineer Ken, is your turn, sir. Talk to us 5 minutes. Good evening to you. Okay, Engineer Ken, you are not available. We got to move on to the next person now.
Mr. Naija Watch, please, can you call someone else? After that person, then you call me back, please.
Okay, all right, then that's fine. I'll call someone else, but I have somebody on the phone right now. Please hold on.
Okay.
Hello, good evening to you. Your name and where you calling us from?
Yeah. Hello.
Hello, sir. Please turn down your gadget over there, your system. I'm hearing double voice. Okay, go ahead. What's your name? Where you calling from, sir?
Okay.
Hello.
My name is Sonny.
Mr. Sonny, you are calling from where, sir?
I'm calling from Germany.
Okay, go ahead, sir. Talk to us 1 minute.
Okay. My point of view is that I don't think that the election in Nigeria will work out because the senators are the lawmakers. I don't see what PeterObi can do there when he gets into the power.
Let him get there first. Let him get there first.
The constitution of the Nigeria is made by these senators.
Yeah, let him get there. Our primary effort right now, sir, is how to get there first. When he gets there, we start this kind of conversation.
Okay.
Yeah, let him get there first.
I wish. Okay. Then I support PeterObi better. I think that without changing our constitution, because the majority in the house there will not allow him to do anything, because the system of Nigeria is very. They made the system of Nigeria that anybody who has a good plan for Nigeria will not. They will just.
Yeah.
It will not work out.
You are right. You are right. But we got to start from somewhere. You know, yes, the first step is to have the first president.
That's what I want to chip in.
Thank you very much, sir. May God bless you. Thanks, sir. Thanks for calling in.
Yeah,
all right. All right. Hold on, callers for now. Victor, Naija Obi, please talk to us. You have your 5 minutes. Go ahead.
Good day, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. And I want to say there's a brighter future for Nigeria. Before I will go ahead, I would like to take this verse from the Bible. It said, "Thou prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemy. Thou anointed my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely his goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever." The reason why I put that, okay, you see me very well, Abi. The reason why I put that,
you too.
I see, okay, I see Dr. CM. Now let two Nigerians not show your face. Two Nigerians show your face so that we go see you well.
I bet support me. I'm on that seat.
The reason why I call it today, the reason why I came to the platform, just coming back on break now, I'll soon go back. The reason why I had to hit in is because of somebody has come to the den of the obedient and is daring us in the obedient den. No. Thank God he's here and he has already witnessed some piece of the iceberg, not all. a piece of the iceberg from the greatest
Margarita.
and the great women that we have here. Mr. Samuel has not spoken, no. Now, Madam Rita just give am woto, small woto.
I'm on my side. I'm on my
You
side.
see, I have to show my face so that Ovie go see me where you know where would they meet. CM, Ovie, and things like that, you know where would they meet. So, Mr. Mikano is just a sort of, I beg to use this word, is a man that he doesn't know whether he's going for the presidency or not, because he's just playing something around the whole place, messing himself up. That is why I have to pull out that verse of the Bible. That Bible, that word is spoken is for Obi. Obi know that word is for him. Thou hast prepared the table before him in the presence of his enemy. And who are this enemy? Mikano and Abado and Kwakwanso. So he prepared the table, and he said at the end, he said his cup shall run over, and his goodness and mercy shall be upon him. In case anyone want to come and attack him, his goodness and his mercy will take him out of that position where they want to strike. And it seems that we don't know much about what Mikano. Mikano, I went into some little bit of research on him. Mikano did not resign from custom. Mikano was blown out of custom. And later they have to reverse it because it belongs to the Kaduna Caliphate. Go and check me out and come and correct me. And two again, Kwakwanso is a man full with pride. And God has spoken that I despise the pride. God hates the pride. Even Allah, that is Allah. Allah hates those who are proud. And he has shown in his own atmosphere that he is a proud man. Therefore, he cannot lead. And one other thing again about Kwakwanso lost election. He lost election in that Kano. He lost Kano. He has lost Kano before. So when people come up and say Kwakwanso, he will win Kano, he will win Kaduna, the reason why Kwakwanso is there, Kwakwanso wants to fall at the tail end, he wants to fall on his brother's side. And that is Mikano. That is the reason why Kwakwanso is there. So that he can be able to file out in the next election, because rub my back and rub your back. So that I can fall out in the next election after 8 years and come back and bring out his ugly end and say he wants to become a president from the north, because he's going to rotate back to the north. That is the game they are playing. We know the game they are playing. And Ovie himself, Ovie is in the north. I believe he grew up in the north. And I believe he has benefited from Kwakwanso one way or the other. It's not a fact, but that is my belief. And you are here to disprove it. Because you cannot be in your domain, in a place that men have died. Garnish it, come up, beautify democracy, and you are there to benefit from that same democracy in the United States. You say you are holding a green passport. Everyone around this space here, they are holding a green passport too. We are all proud to be in Nigeria. And if you are proud to be a Nigerian, you have served Nigeria, you should be ready to bear the consequences and take a man who you believe is right for that position, not a man that comes from the perspective of tribalism and the egoistic nature with pride, a man that has come from a religious background that takes every one of us as a slave. I beg for that word I just used, but I have to use those words. This is a man that cannot say anything about a lady, a Christian that was maimed and killed innocently. But thank God, the parents, the children, and the offspring of that lady The parents were taken back to the south. And River State, they are now telling River State they have enough resources. Thank God the River State government and other organizations brought them in. And we are here talking about Kwankwaso. The die has been cast and the eagle has landed. The eagle has landed. The eagle has brought down our principle Obi to take is the right of the firstborn. And the right of the firstborn is to take back our country. That is our right. And if you stay there and say, oh, I believe in Kwankwaso, if you draw, let us put aside religion now. If you draw the statistics about the whole political terrain, Kwankwaso have no chance to win or to get 25% from the southeast, from the southwest, and in the middle belt. And you cannot use that to win an election. Let us be very realistic. If you are for Kwankwaso, I believe you are for Atiku. Because Atiku has just spoken that it's not here to play politics, to change the Nigerian status quo, but to give everything to his accolade, to his political, hungry liars, demonic people, contract. He has spoken before. He said APC is corrupt. APC is corrupt, and we are corrupt too. We are also corrupt, but APC is more corrupt than us. And Kwankwaso was never resigned as the defense secretary. Kwankwaso was dropped from the cabinet. So I correct that statement you made. Kwankwaso was dropped, he did not resign. So I thank you, Nigeria Watch, for giving us this great platform. He has come to the Lion's Den, and we are going to eat you like a meat here.
Okay.
God bless you.
You don't enter all our politics. You don't enter one chance.
All right. They fear me now. Peter don't look the screen when they follow, when they talk. So you they fear me.
You don't say this platform.
Nigeria Watch is my turn now, right?
Okay, yes, I can talk to your 5 minutes starts now,
sir. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Where you go when would they call you?
No, I just do something for my
computer. With one woman for there, you know.
Not be lie, you are right. There's something must kill a man. You know what I mean?
All right, talk to us.
Anyway, you see, Mona not to blame our brother. You know, everybody get choice. You know, I remember back in the days, you know, we used to have a snaz that says that every Malan within Kento. You know, so this guy he own Kento right now na Kwankwaso. You understand me? So every Kwankwaso don't the front arm. You know, so you don't feel blame her for him to talk and present Kwankwaso.
If you not check on our politics properly, you not go no saying na obedient.
He's obedient. In Atiku fan, in Atiku man.
No.
Wait first. I'm your source of boy. I'm your Edo boy. I'm from Agogo Edo.
You not Atiku boy. Forget that level.
No, I don't understand this game. The game be say this guy don't already take beating, you know, from Kwankwaso. So in they do Kwankwaso beat, but on that very day, him and his family will go put that ballot paper for Obedience family. You know, so now the game begins. Now the game begins.
Now ISB down. I want top arm.
Now the game begins. I don't believe. Yes, the truth is this.
Yes. Please hold on. We have somebody calling in from Abuja. Let this person talk to us quickly.
Yes.
Okay, Abidjan. Okay, talk to us. Go ahead.
All right. Good day, Nigerians.
Yeah, what's your name?
I am Dr. Joe.
Dr. Joe, talk to us. 1 minute. Sir.
I'm calling from Abidjan. I want to assure, I'm not going to waste your time. I want to assure every Nigerian and what they are talking about, if PeterObi wins, what happens about the National Assembly, this and that, the majority, this and that. This is Nigeria. Immediately PeterObi wins, you know what will happen? They are all jumpologists. Most of them will decamp. They will decamp and join the party.
Yes.
When they see that he's doing well, they will decamp. Those talks about the structure, this and that. Most of them will decamp.
Exactly.
They want juicy positions in the National Assembly. They want everything. Most of them, good ones, bad ones, they will decamp. They will be changed. They will be rebaptized. Most of the governors will decamp.
I love that word. They will be rebaptized.
So they forget about all this they talk. They will be rebaptized. Simple.
Thank you, sir.
Let him get there.
Thank you.
Let Nigerians listen and let him get there. Thank you so much.
Thank you. God bless you. Thank you. All
right.
right.
Engineer Ken, before you continue, I just want to make my brother from Soso say that highest bidder way you talk. Now, what do they forbid? They will not they give
man, I said a bad market. A bad market.
I remember 1 minute for 5 minutes.
No. You never see anything. Today, now you don't enter lion's mouth. Not be dead. Now the mouth now you enter today.
That's a good one. That's a good one. By the way. I like
go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Okay. You see, my brothers. My brothers. The truth is this: there is nobody in Nigeria or born as a Nigeria or as a Nigerian living in the diaspora who use his own godly mind and godly sense to stand up for Atiku, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and Kwankwaso. None. No Nigerian man or youth would do such a thing. It's an abomination. But the reason why some of them are trying to front themselves out because that they are taking some money. That ways are be compromised by them, just to make a beating for them. At the end, they are going to urge their family to vote in for Labour Party. And let me tell us, if INEC gives out 40,000 PVC voters card, that 40,000 obedient movement will have 70 to 85% of them that will vote for obedience. We should not be worried. We should not be cajoled with whatever INEC is doing right now. Let INEC hold the old new cards to themselves. As long as they have released at all, we own about 80% of that card already. That is just the fact. The only thing that we'll be doing right now is to sensitize our people. Let them know that on that very day, just like the way we did in the Benin, that when you cast your vote, stay there and defend your vote. When you cast your vote, stay there and defend your vote. Thank God everyone has a cell phone that records, either on voice or on video or on pictures. Video everything. Post them instantly and let the world see it. Kwankwaso, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and Atiku, they are afraid already. They are just making noise. And another thing again I want to say, whatever thing that Kwankwaso is doing right now, he is doing a beating for Atiku. At the end, Kwankwaso and Atiku are going to amend together to become one. But we should not be shaken. We should not be afraid. The notes that they are claiming, let me tell us, 90% of the Fulani, the young Fulani men, all of them are voting for Labour Party because hunger has no name. Hunger has no color. Hunger has no political name tag to it. Hunger has no ethnic background. Hunger is hunger. Poverty is poverty. So 90% of them, they are all living 0 square meter a day. They are all poor. And now they have seen the light. They have seen the truth. They have seen everything. So we should not be cajoled with what these men are saying. These men they are loose already. Even they themselves, they don't be Atiku children, even Bola Ahmed Tinubu children, none of them are going to vote for Labour Party. Their best friends are going to vote for Labour Party. They are going to vote for Labour Party. What we need to be doing right now is to start telling our people is Papa and Mama Peking. Papa and Mama Peking. That should be our homework. Papa and Mama Peking, Labour Party. That should be our homework. That should be the thing that we need to be saying right now. So whatever they will do, they are not winning it because I know any mistake from them is going to be a war. And that war will not be civil war. That war is going to be a big war. It's going to be the poor versus the elite. It's going to be the poor versus the politicians. And guess what? That war will not be in only Nigeria. That war will be all over the world because wherever Nigerians live, we are representing our people and we will take it out from here. The same thing our brother from Akoko that is backing up this other man. You see, on that day, if he lives in the United States here, men like us will look for him. Trust me, men like us will look for him. And when we catch him, we'll tear him apart. You know, it is a done deal. Nigeria is now or never. Nigeria is now or never. Nigeria is now or never. We are ready. This is not MSAS. This is not MSAS. In every 10 Nigerians have AK-47 in their houses. In every 10 Nigerians.
Why are you threatening fellow Nigerian now? Why are you threatening fellow Nigerian?
No, my brother. Now the fact is that this is the fact and this is the truth. It is not a threat. It is a promise. It is not a threat. It is a promise. It is a thing that has to be done. You understand me? So no, freedom. Freedom is not free. Freedom is not free. Freedom is not free. Freedom, you fight for it. When you fight for it, you own it.
You have to take me out to get your freedom. You have to take me out to get your freedom, Abi.
Thank you. Your 5 minutes don't finish.
No, it's still 1 minute now. No, take my time. Mr. Najawo, when I take my time.
No, wait till
you tear me apart to get your freedom.
Go finish and go press and finish.
No, I don't press and finish already. When I take my time now.
30 seconds. Round up the 30 seconds.
Yeah, the 10 seconds would be for Aliko Dangote. You see, whatever Dangote is doing right now in Nigeria, Dangote is not doing it by himself. Whatever Dangote is doing, Dangote is just a frontier for all these political elites. People like them, Obasanjo, Tinubu, Buhari, the old generals in the army, all of them, they own that money. Nigeria used to have one of the best refineries in the world. But right now, for the past 20 years, now, Nigeria refinery is not working. Or for the past 30 years, you know, they're bankrupted. You know, so now Dangote is going to be stealing more money and more things from Nigeria. And Dangote makes cement in Nigeria and supply all to Ghana, all to Togo, all to Lomé. Go over there, price Dangote cement. It's been sold half the price that they are selling in Nigeria. You know, so these are corruption. These are corruption. So when PeterObi comes in, all these things is going to be break out. All these things is going to be trash out. Because PeterObi is a trader. As a trader, you need freedom. As a trader, you have to put everybody together to trade well. So these people that we are seeing, they are not a trader. They are just a consumer for their own self and their families alone. Thank you so much. I yield according to Omoye's corner.
Thank you.
Gina Ken, thank God you don't yield. Because when you talk, I keep quiet because I don't want to make her hear AK-47. But meanwhile, on our politics, that's how Gina Ken talks. It doesn't mean he will actually come after you. It's only telling you that he's angry when people are still supporting the old order. These same people that brought us to where we are today, they've not changed anything, and some of us are still supporting them. That we need people that have spoken truth to power, people that are talking about the issue base, the problem Nigeria has, and how they are going to go about it. Not people that are telling us how they want to share contracts and how they want to share contracts and how they want to take care of their family and how they want to share the money.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
All right, thank you. We have a caller. Hello, good evening to you. Your name and where you're calling us from.
Good evening. I'm calling from the UK.
Thank you, madam. What's your name?
Thank you. My name is Funke. I really appreciate you all for what you're doing. And I pray that God will lead us to the faithful land, Nigeria, and make it a better place for us to live. We are all outside the country. It's not because of it's pleasant for us. It's because our land is not okay. Our country is not okay. So when my brother from Ososo, myself, I'm also from Akoko Edo, and I'm from Ibilo. So I was so ashamed. I was so ashamed with what you were saying there. is not right at all. And it's not right. Voting for Obi is the best thing that will ever happen to Nigerians.
Yes.
If you look at the way he's campaigning, how every country, there is politicians. The people that make that place a better place are the youth, because they said the youth are the leaders of tomorrow. Do you still want all these old cargoes to continue to rule you from 20 years ago? Even before you were born, they've been ruling, and you still want them to continue to rule you and damage your future and the children you are going to have and the children. Are you serious? It's not right what you're saying. And I want all Nigerians, please, we women, we are begging you all to please, and we the people in the diaspora, we are begging you. We have everything in Nigeria. We work here and build houses and make everything comfortable for ourselves. We can't go there and stay. We can't go there and live just because of the threat of this security something. Please, let's vote for the right person. If you look at the Obi is competent enough, he's strong enough, is not I can't say he's a youth, but is not old person that will not be able to carry his leg or will be shaking and all that. Let's vote for the right person.
Thank you.
The person
you,
that
madam.
will be able to stand for us, and we are proud of him and all that. Please.
Thank you, Madam Fouquet.
Don't let us use money or something to spoil this election. I beg you now. I beg.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you, Madam. God bless
You're
you.
welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye, Madam. Thank you. All right. You wanted
Can I respond to? Can I say something?
No, before you, I guess Mr. CM raised wanted to say something before, right?
Yeah. Before Tunajago begin shoot everybody, no, I'm a military guy. He never talk.
Okay, Mr. CM, you wanted to say something. You have 30 seconds. It's not your turn yet, though. We can't hear you, Mr. CM.
You are mute. I think you are muted, CM.
We can't hear you. No, it's not muted. It's not muted. Now another problem. Now you enter the network again.
In get me from mine. That's why.
All right, you wanted to say something. Also, go ahead.
Yeah, I wanted to respond to the CM what he said and what Victor said briefly. CM, I never said that Konkoso took secondary school WAEC result from the bottom to the top. No, I didn't say that. That would be me trying to plagiarize what Obi has done on the area he has excelled very well during this time as governor. No, that's not what I'm saying. What the Kano State was experienced, and at the time Konkoso was as a governor then, was the same thing Nigeria as a nation is experiencing now. What do I mean by that? At the time that we have over 20 million kids out of school, at the time that our universities are not even conducive enough for our students to actually even say, I want to decided to go and learn. At the time that we are looking for an alternative to education in terms of empowering with other skills.
Because you don't we have others we never talk.
So that's what the guys succeeded in doing, making sure take a lot of kids out of the street, making school conducive environment. And a Victor. See, this idea that Konkoso will support article. Please, we stop him. Now we just use and waste our time, and that's what make us snap for London, because the idea that they want us to just put in our head, it's not going to drop. Because if it drop, then we are back to square one. The only way him or Obi stand a chance is when both of them perform exceptionally well, irrespective of where they are coming from. That is the only way we stand a chance. So it's not going to drop. You understand that?
Can I respond? Just 1 second. Just 1 second. 1 second. 1 second.
Your 1 second don't pass now.
No, may I tell her? The River State governor said if he didn't He didn't do. We don't know them well.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay, let's move on to the next person here. Mr. Leftist, Mr. Shooks, don't talk to us.
Mr. Choose don't talk. The next person that is supposed to talk now is two Niger. After two Niger CM, everybody will don't talk.
That's it. So that we can move on to the next topic. Wonderful.
Yes.
Okay, two Niger, I bet talk to us. You have 5 minutes.
Yeah, greetings greetings to everyone on the panel, Mr. Niger Watch, everyone, the chat and the viewers. A party seeking the emancipation of the Talakawa must naturally be hostile to the party of the oppressors. Guess who said that, Ovie? That was Aminu Kanu, whom is supposed to be the legacy of Kwankwaso. That's Kwankwaso is supposed to be his legacy, exactly. So, and you can see that even him is for equity, and somehow Kwankwaso seems to be hostile to both. And whenever he sees whenever they try to mention any sense of equity in the country, he doesn't care. He throws that out of this thing. And from what your own analysis indicates, that he might even back Tinubu, for crying out loud, which is completely against that so-called this principle. So one has to ask why Kwankwaso is doing what he is doing. I think even if he calls himself a legacy of Aminu Kanu, he's a tainted one. And he has to retrace his steps, because some of the things he's doing doesn't represent that. It represents more of the classic, all this biased, tribal, instinct-based politics. Yes, he has the interests of his immediate locality at heart. That is true. He worked very hard for them, from what you've described. But the way he's going about his national politics, I told you, even on your platform, I said he has been disqualified in my eyes. Because you can't want to be a national politician and the leader of the entire country, and you sound so tribal, and you sound so you have such religious kind of supremacy ideas in politics. Those two things are explosive. So that is my take on this in Kwankwaso. And I don't have a lot to say about him, and I've already addressed the issue of education, and all those things is part of the idea that he seems to think that he needs anything to raise him up. What raises a man up is the work that they have done for their people. Like you have just testified to his work. He didn't care too much about his education. It's what he's done to his people. That's what is relevant. So my take on that is, I'm sure I'll just leave him there. About the main topic, I think it was about what was the main topic again? But I think somehow this stuff goes sidetracked to Kwankwaso.
The other topic was Atiku already telling his cabinet, or should I say his body's campaign team, the position that we get, but they need to work hard for them to expect any kind of position from him when he become a president.
That's true. Accountability, isn't it? That's where it starts from. And PeterObi himself said it yesterday, that he should be held accountable, and people should not go to sleep after he gets into office. And I hope he doesn't regret that statement, because nobody will go to sleep when he gets into office. He has to make sure he gets the job done. For me, I've always said it. The first thing, he had a lady that called on the phone. She wants to come to Nigeria and feel safe. We have to take care of that business, and that's why I went there to ask that question. From what I gather, the statement made yesterday seems to have resonated with a lot of Nigerians, because he needed to hear it. I think we were watching it here yesterday when people were saying, "Oh, maybe we should she should take it easy." No, he needed to hear those things, because Nigerians are frustrated. You can hear the frustration that people express here all the time. This morning, I had people attacking me even on the morning session, because I just made some statement that PeterObi made himself. Why? Because Nigerians are frustrated. They don't care whether it's logical. They are frustrated. They don't want to hear any funny statement. But if it was PeterObi that said what I said, they will excuse him anyway. You see, that's the interesting thing about the way people behave. That said, anyway, I will just try to keep it brief. For me, transparency, security, those two things are plaguing Nigeria. And almost everything we complain about is on those two You can put them on those two brackets. When you don't trust government, when you don't do this, it's transparency. When you can't go home, when you're afraid and watching your back, you can't go to trade, you can't do anything, you can't invest, it's security. Because nobody trusts the system to remain stable enough for them to be able to invest and get their returns back. So that's how I'm going to leave it. Thank you.
Thank you very much to Nigeria for keeping within your 5 minutes. We have a call here. Mr. Kelvin Kel, please talk to us in 1 minute.
Yeah, Nigeria.
Good evening, sir. Talk to us.
My family, good evening, everyone. I want to go straight to the point. You see, let's not stress this matter about Kwankwaso. I think Kwankwaso, whatever he's doing, is playing to our advantage. Let our prayer be that on the 25th of January, Kwankwaso remains in the ballot. If Kwankwaso remains on the ballot, Obi will be declared the president in the night of 25th. Because the northern vote will be decimated. Atiku will take some, Tinubu and Shetima will take some, Kwankwaso will take some. Obi has locked the entire southeast and south and possibly north central. This guy is guaranteed of 3 zones. Then he will come to southwest and get his 25% in about 4 of the southwestern states. Get like what he needed is just like 4 or 3 25% in the core north, outside the north central. He is the president. Because if Kwankwaso teams up with Atiku, it's going to be difficult. So let's allow Ovie, let him keep marketing Kwankwaso so that Kwankwaso will remain on the ballot. My brother, on our politics, his mouth is with Kwankwaso, but his heart is with Obi. All right?
Yes.
So whenever you see any Nigerian in diaspora that is supporting the demonic parties, is either they are getting something from them or they are expecting something after they have won.
Thank you, sir.
So
our party NNPP is the Southern Party, actually. The founder is from Anambra of NNPP.
All right.
So it's a Southern Party.
Not worry. Now let me go convert all our politics. Make no your worry for that one. He's already.
He said now they give shishi. So I want to happen.
No, we go buy you water. Don't worry, we'll buy you water.
Oh, you find Kobe, Abi.
ISB.
No, we'll buy you water. Don't worry. All right. CM, talk to us, sir. If your network, we lost CM already. Okay, CM is not here right now.
All right. Get me from mine.
Yes. Before we move on, let's.
Can I replace CM?
Okay. Go ahead. Talk to us.
Yes, thank you, Najawash. Thank you, everybody. I just want to let us know that there is no basics for any of these political old cargoes to continue to fool us. Since 1999, they've been there. What have they been able to do in their various states? Let them bring out their contirendum, their report card. Their faucet or go. They should bring out. They should try and display what they've done. Before their very eyes, people were killed at Lekki Toll Gate. What did they do? In the same states, in the same nation, in Kaduna, a whole railway line was kidnapped. 960 passengers. People were killed instantly, and for over 4 to 6 months. Families were billing their family members with over 6 billion naira. It's on record. What did Kwankwaso do in that region? So I understand people have to work, people have to eat. They have a way of infiltrating the youth the way they did during the NSAS. We just used the ballot box to evict somebody who was also being, who obviously was not on our side and was not on the side of the good masses of Nigeria. We cannot continue like this. This is not a joke. It's not business as usual. Our nation right now is the world capital of poverty, if you don't know. If that does not mean anything to you. If the education you have does not read something in your bear about that. Your passport has gradually fallen. 36th place behind. Is now one of the weakest passports in the world. That means on every Western world countries you are entering, there are chances that you will be separated and scrutinized again and again and again when you are not from Pakistan. So even Somalia now, their passport is gaining weight than us. Zimbabwe, look at our currencies, our Nigerian currency. In 2015, how much was the dollar to naira? Look at our farmlands. Fulani killers have been unleashed on us. 6 million killers. A northern man said it. Shehu Gumi said they have more than 6 million AK-47s in the streets of Nigeria. Meaning they have 6 million Fulani herdsmen unleashed intentionally on Nigerians. ASU strike, students were kicked out of school for over 8 months. So you have a set of baboons, a set of animals, wicked satanic devils. How will a black man be treating his own fellow black citizens like this? Our leaders are not Americans. They are not Middle Eastern people. They are among us. How did we reach here? The Kwankwansos of this world, Tinubu of this world, Atikus of this world. One would have been saying the Kalatawas of the Kano, Amino Kano, has vanished since Kwakwaso he was a good governor. For me, Kwakwaso is just a man who is waiting for the 11th hour collapsing. Tambawa did it against Wike, a very close friend of Mr. Wike. We are not fools. Tambawa did it. He waited until 3 minutes before the closure of the ballot. And he collapsed with Atiku. That's how Wike was defeated. And PDP is paying the price for it. That's the same game the so-called Kwakwaso want to play. He will do it. These northern people, they don't care for human being. I'm sorry, a little bit, let me divert. Ojukwu said it, that they have this mentality, the conquest, born to rule. They see other people who are not with them as slaves. Who will continuously be your slave? And meanwhile, you are the one who is a slave to the Western powers. They are using you to kill your own brothers and sisters. And you are thinking somebody that is not in your religion is a slave. You are the biggest slave. Because you are in the same country with these people, you are, sharing the same geography, and another person is controlling you with religion. So, guys, PeterObi is the only way out. I cannot see any other person right now. Kwakwaso will definitely collapse. I read political science. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I've seen the games theory before. They did it against a whole seasoned, rugged and dogged Wike. They did it for him, against him. That's why he now used the guerrilla warfare theory on his own party leaders. And now they are paying the price. He has destroyed PDP. And the G5 are yet to make their own announcement, which they will do in a few days. From the body language, APC is busy insulting them since 3 days now that they are paperweights, G5, that they don't have anything to offer. And they will make the head-shaking announcement. That's +5 states. For Mr. PeterObi, Kwakwaso should go and rest. He should go to Caliphate. He should go and rest. In fact, if he can call PeterObi and just confess and come, we will still take him in, because we need all hands to be on deck. Thank you, Najawash. I'm still here.
Thank you so much. Thank you. When we talk about
Alex, if you are waiting for the G5 to make their announcement, I'm one of the G5. We have already announced. Thank you.
Let's say lefties. Let's say thank you, lefties.
Lefties, better not carry go CNN.
Yes, so we are all G5. I'm G5 too. I love them.
All right. When we're talking about G5, BBC actually asked Governor Wike a couple of days ago here, and he's asking them, why are you in a rush? So let's listen to that quickly.
Is your presidential candidate for the 2023 election?
Why are you in a hurry?
Why in a hurry?
We're in January. You said you
This guy, man.
Just look at his glasses. Look at his glasses.
Who are you in a hurry?
Excellency, who is your presidential candidate for the 2023
Why
election?
are you in a hurry? January, did I tell you January 4th? Did I tell you January 10th? Oh my God. Did I tell you January 16th? You people are just
that's the voice of a dawn. That's the voice of a dawn.
Politicians.
Okay. All right. Now let us hear and make us confirm. Thank you.
No. Sorry, no. Do it again, please.
No. If video cannot be playing, everybody will be talking now. It doesn't make sense.
Excellency, who is your presidential candidate for the 2023 election?
Why are you in a hurry? Why are you in a hurry?
We are in January. You said you
January. Did I tell you January 4th? Did I tell you January 10th? Did I tell you January 16th? You people are just calm down. We are all politicians. We all have our own political strategies.
The election is about a month away.
Oh, what is wrong in who told you that 24 hours nothing can happen in politics? Who told you that?
Okay, that's all I wanted us to hear from there.
Oh, I love this man, Naija Watch. Thank you.
All right.
This is the president that we never had. This man is the president that Nigeria never had.
Imagine if he was the president, he would be total entertainment for
Okay,
no, and it will work.
We have second segment, please. We have second segment. Thank you. Anthony Ola, thank you very much for the super chat. May God bless you. I appreciate you all. Please, I can see we don't have enough like on this video. Please hit on the like button, the thumbs up right there. It's right there on your screen. Touch on it, please. Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate every one of you right there. Every one of you that have super chatted, those that have supported us, that have shared our video, that have liked this video. We want to say we are very, very grateful. We're going to take 1 minute break quickly. Then we could move on to the next segment.
PeterObi for president. Vote Labour Party.
This message now from Voice of Patriots. Then be correct people wey stand gidigba with PeterObi and Yusuf Baba Ahmed to say Nigeria must better.
From consumption to production. Obi Adema, Obi Adema, Obi Adema, Obi Akachama, Obi for Nigeria, Obi go to good, Obi follow Obi,
Labour Party forward ever.
We go forward ever.
PeterObi forward ever.
We go forward ever.
Nigeria go forward ever.
Forward ever.
Senator Yusuf Ahmed forward ever.
Forward we go forward. Higher.
If you go to Igbo countries like Singapore, now the better people now dey for government and people will get better brain. So make we no carry people we no get sense enter government for our own Naija. Many people will get better brain for Nigeria. We supposed to dey government to lead us. Now them can't be small people, but the ones we no get better head to lead. Now them they do rubbish. So why we not go complain? So make we gather now and choose the best to lead us. People don't ask PeterObi well say how he take save money when he be governor for Anambra State. PeterObi don't tell them say a very simple matter. What did he do? Now to cut down the money where government they spend. And for 8 years, he no get house as governor for Abuja. He say he no need them. He no get a governor house for Lagos. In fact, he rent them out for 25 years because he know they stay for Lagos. Why them go get Anambra State Governor Lodge for Lagos State or even for Anambra State? A big governor no get house. PeterObi even refused to build presidential lodge for Anambra State because president no they stay for Anambra State. Now all this kind way, now he take save money for the state. PeterObi no say it dey important make government no dey waste money because plenty things dey to do. When he be governor for 1 year like that, he cut the money where government they used to dey travel for Anambra State by 80%. Why? Whenever they invite him to Abuja for meeting, now only him they go because of the cost of travel. Yes, now why him go pay for 30 other people when they no invite just because governor won't go attend meeting? He said that will not be necessary because if he do like other governors, we go carry like 30 people follow body go one meeting. All those 30 people go enter flight. All those 30 people go rent hotel. And now money they go so. Money where people supposed to use take eat for the state and do better things. Now all these kind things now make and save better money for Anambra State. PeterObi self don't talk am say Nigeria must move beyond all yellow. We must come out from country where be seen only to chop be our own to country where they feed they produce things. Now make if you vote for PeterObi, you don't vote for better Nigeria be that. This coming election now battle to help Nigerian youth to market women, families then where they super, students, teachers, farmers, old people and poor people. Now face PeterObi they see as they work out from everywhere for the country. Now because of these people, now make PeterObi don't come. And just like person when they die for water, you must try to stretch your hand so that the person go feel raise you up and save you from the problem where you dey. Now make you need to vote for the right person. Vote for Mr. PeterObi.
Labour Party. Papa, Mama, Pikin.
Papa, Mama Peking. Now, so thank you very much, my people. We move on to the next second segment right now. Trust me, we are getting close. We are here for Mr. PeterObi. We are not going to relent. The energy is there from God. Trust me, my people. It could be the last opportunity ever. It's PeterObi or nothing. Thank you very much. We're going to be talking about there's analysis. You know, we are going to watch right now from show on on channels concerning INEC. The point that I really want us to focus on here is that you might win. Any of the candidate might win, but you might not still be accepted as the president.